out in a stellar barn burner match. Went to extended time, went to penalty kicks, and went to the third level
That's right.
of the sudden death penalty kicks, and just a testament to the work that they put in. But two great seasons, and both were fun to watch.
And I know that we had quite a few students as part of the federal NASA grant we've discussed before that were selected for the STEM squad. Talk about that.
Yeah, we had 8 McCracken County Public School students that were selected for that. At Heath Middle School, we had Andrew Byrne, Olivia Kibble, Olivia Pardue, and West Paducah. So we're excited about those. At Lone Oak Intermediate, we had Eli Ursany, and at Lone Oak Middle School, we had Rex Johnston and Bennett Seaton. So we're excited that our students are performing so well in their classrooms as well. And then at Reland Middle School, we also had Adelma Lajenberg, Evelyn Jones, and Caleb Newman. So again, we talk a lot. This is a pre-football game show, but our students academically do very well. And then on top of that, our high school was recognized as one of the only 43 public schools that earned a College Success Award, and that's based on the preparing students for college. McCracken County High School is one of those schools. So, that was another piece of great news that we received here in this past month.
That's right. And there are some events coming up. I know band and music related. Discuss those.
Yeah, McCracken County Band presents their Music for a Darkened Theater on October 27th, starting at 7 p.m. You can get the tickets at www.mccrackenbands.org, and they put on a great show.
Mm-hmm.
This is usually a standing room only type of event. The theater welcomes the children to attend in a costume, and again, all to enjoy spooky tunes and fun time. And I think they have a competition coming up tomorrow, and wish them the best of luck. And if you've not had an opportunity to see that large group of students perform, it's truly a treat.
It is. There's so many things going on right now inside and outside the classroom, and it's a great time to be McCracken proud, like we said at the beginning.
Without a doubt. Again, it's going to be exciting. Beautiful weather for some football tonight. We've kind of snapped that cold streak that we had a little bit earlier, and I hope that our guys come out. It's going to be a tough challenge.
It is.
It's a very good football program with it's one thing to say you have a D1 athlete, but when you got 2 D1 lineman athletes, we got a challenge ahead of us. But this is what I'm going to say about this team is they've improved week in and week out, and they come out and they give everything they got, and looking forward to the end of this season and going into the playoffs.
That's right.
And so this is going to be a challenge, but homecoming. There's a lot of excitement around this game tonight, and the pep rally today at the high school. They had a little Hungry Hippo. It was fun to watch. Again, just, the energy and excitement around McCracken County Public Schools is something to be very proud of.
No doubt, and it's been a pleasure chatting about it with you tonight. We will do it again in the coming weeks. Thank you so much, Mr. Steve Carter, and thank you for your leadership in this district.
Well, I appreciate it, and always stay McCracken proud.
That's right. There's no better time to do that than right now. That is Mr. Steve Carter, superintendent of McCracken County Schools. When we come back, we'll take a look at the matchup between Henderson County and McCracken County coming up. Buffalo Wild Wings pregame show, 99.5 The Fan.
When you need an attorney, there's lots to choose from. Shouldn't you pick a local firm with lawyers who've been here a long time? Part of this community, lawyers who know the prosecutors, the defense attorneys, and have a relationship with them. Things out-of-state lawyers call us to find out. We're friends and neighbors. We're in this together. We're the law firm of Edwards & Katz, and we're here 24/7. When you need an attorney, call 270-442-9000 around the clock. Edwards & Katz, your local law firm.
Hey, it's me, your car. Don't get me wrong, the washing is great. Love the big rolly brushes. But here's the thing. I'm getting hammered out here. The sun beats on me all day. Bugs, bugs, bugs! Rocks, tar, bird droppings. I'll be losing my youthful glow before you can say Western Kentucky window tinting. They can give me a ceramic coating and their XPEL brand paint protection film to keep me slick and shiny. Some leather seats would be nice too. Upgrade me, daddy, at Western Kentucky window tinting in Paducah and Murray. You know what it's like when you go to a new restaurant and then people ask you, what did you have? And you give a recommendation. Well, prepare to have a lengthy conversation if someone asks you that question about the Farm Restaurant in La Center. Everything they have is absolutely delicious. From salmon, shrimp, pork chops, steak, real burgers with quality meats, chicken salad so good your grandma will claim she made it herself. And don't forget dessert. The bar is open too. It's not too far to get great food at the farm.
Are you dreaming about the perfect addition or update to your home? The equity in your house can turn into new opportunities. With a home equity loan at CFSB, you'll get customized, friendly service from our experienced lending team with loan service right here in your hometown. Start an application online today or stop by any of our 8 convenient locations in Marshall, Graves, McCracken, or Callaway counties. Go to yourlifeyourbank.com for more information. CFSB, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's a tradition going back 50 years. Pizza out at Pizza Inn. It's more than just that with the Pizza Inn buffet. Thin crust, house pan, Italian-style pizzas, the biggest and best salad bar, the pasta bar, pepperoni twist, potato wedges, tots, soup, the Pizzert bar. Yeah, Pizzert. It's a pizza crust with dessert stuff on it. Topped with chocolate chips, strawberry, pineapple, Mississippi mud, Bavarian cream, birthday sprinkles, you name it, it's endless. Oh, leave room for ice cream at the Pizza Inn buffet. Open every day, 10:30 to 9 at Pizza Inn.
Doing it yourself? You need a few things from Kitmo.
I need wallpaper removers, wood floor finishes, pressure washers, dry wall lifts, material lifts, hole saws, jigsaws, sawhorses, air compressors, nail guns, staple guns, caulk guns, and wet dry vacs.
Can you repeat that?
If you need it, chances are you can rent it at Kitmo, the only 100% locally owned equipment rental. They've been at it for 45 years. North 8th Street at the foot of the Brookport Bridge. You get Mo at Kitmo.
It's time to blow the whistle on low interest rates, mandatory fees, and limited ATM networks. Time for a new game plan. FNB's Your Start Checking and Savings Bundle will lead you to victory. Earn our premium interest rate of 1.55% APY on your first $15,000. Plus, enjoy nationwide ATM access and mobile deposits. We invite you to apply online at growwithfnb.com or stop by your nearest FNB office to get your start today. APY is annual percentage yield. Standard rate of 0.05% APY will apply to balances over $15,000. See bank for terms and conditions. FNB Bank, member FDIC.
It's football season, and no matter who you're rooting for this weekend, Mr. Cool is here to provide innovative HVAC solutions for your home or small business. With our famous patented DIY line or our brand new central ducted system, we help keep America cool in the summer and nice and cozy in the winter, all from right here in your community. So if the ref has you hot or quarterback play has you cold, visit MrCool.com and find out more about our innovative HVAC solutions. Mr. Cool, comfort made simple.
The Orthopedic Institute of Western Kentucky is the region's largest orthopedic provider with a focus on getting you back to the life you want to live. Our physician in the OIWK Spine Center of Excellence offers comprehensive care for your entire spine, from the neck to the lower back, and participates in many clinical trials. For more information, call 270-442-9461 or go to our new website, oiwky.com.
Greg Culver on Culver's Salted Caramel Concrete Mixers.
Summer just isn't complete without this treat. We take our frozen custard and add salted caramel. Then pick your favorite mix in. Cookie dough, brownie pieces, or how about Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? We spin it by hand. I love seeing that caramel swirl through the custard. There it is. Come on in for the Culver's Salted Caramel Concrete Mixer. Welcome to Delicious.
Stop in at Culver's on Highway 60 in Paducah.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm that guy with all the bumper stickers. I'd rather be driving a golf ball, but I'm going to buy American-made products with my 5th grade honor student. And if you can read these stickers, you're driving too close. So when I brake for a dog, happens. So coexist with Allstate, where agents help keep you protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Paducah Allstate agent Brendan Clifton today, subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
much more than just the score. Western Kentucky's sports station, 99.5 The Fan.
AM 1560.
Atop Marquette Stadium, McCracken County High School, the final home game of the year, and it is a big one. The 7-1 Henderson County Colonels come to town to take on the 2-6 McCracken County Mustangs. We count you down to kickoff. We are about, let's say, 37 minutes away from the Mustangs and the Colonels. It's coming up right here on 99.5 The Fan. Welcome back to the Baird broadcast booth. Alongside Jimmy Garrett, I'm Eric Chumbler. Thanks for joining us tonight on a picture-perfect fall night here in West Paducah. The Mustangs out on the field getting ready for senior night. That will take place in just a little bit. Henderson County getting their final warm-ups in. They have 7 minutes, and then they will go to the locker room for final stretching and instruction from Coach Josh Boston. Alongside Jimmy Garrett, I'm Eric Chumbler. Jimmy, it's good to have you with us tonight. And the Mustangs, quite the challenge tonight against the Henderson County Ball Club. Put up over 70 last week against Davis County.
Yeah, Eric, when you look at last week against Davis County, you look at it, Henderson County put up 73 points. Davis County did put up 35, but anytime you put up 70-plus points,
you're doing
particularly
well
against a team like Davis County. I mean, that's not a slouch of a team or playing down any divisions. They were playing a 6A district opponent and put 73 points on the board.
If you put up 70 points, you're going to win some games. I don't have necessarily a study to back that up, but I tend to think that tends to be the case. If you get to 70, you're in pretty decent shape.
I would think so if you score 70. But, you know, one thing, me and you've told the story many times, we scored 81 one time and only won by 30.
That's right.
So, you know, that's not always the key, but certainly when you hit 70, you should take home a victory there. And they certainly did last week against Davis County.
Talk about the stats in depth for the Colonels last week.
So let's look at the stats from last week. I mean, it's a common opponent we played earlier this season in Davis County. So some key stats there, and I think the number one stat, and that's going to be interesting tonight how McCracken County plays against it, but Henderson County had 35 rushes. They had 336 yards. So, Eric, when you did a division, that's almost 10 yards a carry, and we'll take a look at their scoring stats here in just a moment. And they held Davis County to just 138 yards and 33 carries. So they held Davis County almost down to 4 yards or less per carry, and they were averaging better than 10. When you look over at the passing side of their offense last week, they were 8 for 11. So, you know, you're looking at being up there 75% completion ratio for 204 yards versus they held Davis County to 13 out of 27, so a little less than 50% for just a mere 126 yards. So when you add those two together and get your total, Henderson County put up 540 yards offense last week against Davis County's 264. And one, Eric, an important note I think, Eric, that we need to share with the fans tonight is that's the second week in a row that Henderson County's put up more than 500 yards in offense. So better than 1,000 yards just in the last 8 quarters that they've played football. Here's a stat I think that I want to bring up tonight, though, that's interesting. As well as Henderson County's played all year, great record, certainly, as you said, ranked, I think, 4th in the state. They had 10 penalties last week, 10 penalties for more than 100 yards. So a little lack of discipline. I'm not sure the reason for that last week, but certainly when you see 10-plus penalties, you know the team's struggling a little bit from a discipline standpoint. I think the other thing, Eric, that's key to talk about last week against Davis County is this right here. When I look at this sheet, Eric, that we've got put together for us tonight, they had 8 scoring plays. So you got to think they had 10 touchdowns last week. And so when you look at that, they had 10 scoring plays of better than 30 yards.
That's not bad.
You know, when I go down through here, their first score was a 55-yard pass. The second score was a 43-yard run. They had another 73-yard run. They had a 43-yard run. They had a 25-yard pass, a 35-yard punt return, and another 40-yard pass. So when you're looking at that offense, this is a big play offense that's putting points on the board and putting points on the board quick. And just to show you one other stat, Eric, that I looked at all season long when you look at Henderson, as far as scoring drives are concerned, you know, we always talk about long scoring drives and how critical. They've only had 8 scoring drives this season of more than 10 plays. Every
Wow.
single one of them. And I can tell you, Eric, I didn't count up, but they had a ton of scoring drives this year of less than 3 plays.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So, you know, this is a high-powered offense, maybe the most high-powered offense that we've seen all season. A number of weapons. I think they've got 3 guys, including a quarterback in the backfield. So a lot of weapons, particularly on the running game. So this is going to be a challenge tonight for McCracken County that we're going to talk about here in the pregame show tonight.
That is the matchup before us, McCracken County and Henderson County. When we come back on the Buffalo Wild Wings pregame show, we'll take a look at the year-to-date numbers a bit more in-depth of the Henderson County Colonels when we return to the Baird broadcast booth. Marquette Stadium, McCracken County High School, coming up, 99.5 The Fan.
When you need an attorney, there's lots to choose from. Shouldn't you pick a local firm with lawyers who've been here a long time? Part of this community, lawyers who know the prosecutors, the defense attorneys, and have a relationship with them. Things out-of-state lawyers call us to find out. We're friends and neighbors. We're in this together. We're the law firm of Edwards & Couts, and we're here 24/7. When you need an attorney, call 270-442-9000 around the clock. Edwards & Couts, your local law firm.
Why do more people choose Baptist Health for their hearts? It's because we put you at the center of everything we do. From our treatment innovations and skilled teams who deliver care that revolves around your unique needs, to a comprehensive approach that keeps us by your side at every step. This is heart care that helps you return to the things your life revolves around, because this is heart care centered on you. Learn more at baptisthealth.com/heartcare.
Financial health can be life-changing. At CFSB, we're passionate about your financial health. With Money 360, you'll have the tools and services to assist you at every step of your financial journey. With community education, financial coaching, a youth program based on healthy money habits, and so much more, we hope to make an impact on our communities. Find out more today at yourlifeyourbank.com or stop by any of our 8 convenient locations to learn more about the financial health tools available in our digital banking platform and in our communities. CFSB, member FDIC.
We all have dreams, and at Seaplant Federal Credit Union, we can help make yours a reality. Whether it's your dream vacation, your dream home, or your dream home away from home, Seaplant will walk you through the process from application to closing. Call or visit any of our 9 local Seaplant branches and learn how you can enjoy all our member benefits and finance your dream. So don't wait. Get dreaming with Seaplant today.
Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You know what it's like when you go to a new restaurant and then people ask you, what did you have? And you give a recommendation. Well, prepare to have a lengthy conversation if someone asks you that question about the Farm Restaurant in La Center. Everything they have is absolutely delicious. From salmon, shrimp, pork chops, steak, real burgers with quality meat, chicken salad so good your grandma will claim she made it herself. And don't forget dessert. The bar is open too. It's not too far to get great food at the farm. Hey, it's me, your car. Don't get me wrong, the washing is great. Love the big rolly brushes. But here's the thing. I'm getting hammered out here. The sun beats on me all day. Bugs, bugs, bugs! Rocks, tar, bird droppings. I'll be losing my youthful glow before you can say Western Kentucky window tinting. They can give me a ceramic coating and their XPEL brand paint protection film to keep me slick and shiny. Some leather seats would be nice too. Upgrade me, daddy, at Western Kentucky window tinting in Paducah and Murray.
Back here at beautiful Marquette Stadium, Senior Night 2022. McCracken County and Henderson County getting set to square off for the final district game, final home game of the year. The Mustangs and the Colonels, as we are about 28 minutes away on 99.5 The Fan. Welcome back to the broadcast booth, brought to you by Baird Wealth Management. If you're looking to roll over your 401k, open an IRA, maybe an investment account, seeking financial advice, maybe, call my buddy Brent Hausman at Baird & Hausman Financial Group, 270-450-9900. As we welcome back in Jimmy Garrett, I'm Eric Schumbler. Jimmy, the Mustangs have a tall task tonight against the Henderson County Colonels. Talk about the year-to-date numbers for the the Colonels.
So let's take a look at it, Eric. As we talked about earlier against Davis County, some big numbers, particularly on the rushing side. When we look at Henderson overall year-to-date, they put up 3,158 yards offense, so they're averaging almost just a tick shy of 400 yards per game total offense. That offense is split in two really distinct categories. They lead off with the running side of the game. 67% of that total offense has come from the rushing game. They've got 2,114 yards this season, averaging almost 275 yards a game on the ground. From a passing side, that makes up the other third of their offense, 1,044 yards, so they're only averaging 130. So, I think it's clear tonight we're going to see a running game. Passing does not seem to be their strong suit. Another stat, Eric, that I want to kind of pull out and kind of share tonight is fourth down conversions. When I looked over these overall stats for Henderson, this year on fourth down conversions, they're 10 of 14. That's 71% converting. And I think one of the things we learned from Coach Smith this Wednesday at the show is they don't do a lot of punting. They go for it on fourth down, and, they're converting almost 3/4 of them. So McCracken County's defense tonight is going to have to play four-down defense, I think, all evening long when they get them into that situation. From an individual standpoint, one other team stat before we go to the individuals is this year the Colonels are in top, almost at the very top of 6A. They're averaging 46.6 points per game against their opponents only averaging 19.5. So Henderson County's putting a lot of points on the board. We saw that last week against Davis County at 73. Who's leading this rushing game? Who's making up this rushing game for Henderson County? It's really three guys. Jordan Wright's leading the way. He's got 96 carries this year for 838 yards, so he's averaging almost 9 yards a carry at 8.7. He's got 12 touchdowns for him. The next guy is Jaheim Williams. He's got 40 carries, 552 yards. He's actually averaging 13.8 yards per carry. I mean, Eric, how often do you see a running back average more than 10? But he's at 13.8. He's got 10 touchdowns. And then Jadon Davis, he's had 87 carries. He's at 549. He's the low guy on there at 6.3 yards per carry, but he's got 10 touchdowns as well. And I think here's one of the key stats that when I looked over the season, we talked about Davis County a few minutes ago. For Wright, his long for the year 73. For Williams, 85-yard run. For Davis, an 80-yard run. So they got some big explosive guys playing over there on the rushing side. From a passing standpoint, of course they've got Tradon Davis. He is the quarterback. He's 37 for 67, so he's just a little above 50% there. He has thrown 5 interceptions, interestingly, but he's got 797 yards. And like I said, his completion ratio is 55.2. The other guy quarterbacking for him is Max Thompson. I don't know if they put in Max late in the game when they've gotten some big leads, but interesting enough, he's 17 for 21. He's averaging 80% on the completion side. He's got 247 yards and 2 touchdowns just coming in late in the game for Henderson County. So from a receiving standpoint, I think we'll see a handful of guys tonight. Jackson Pendergraft is kind of leading it. He's got 10 receptions thus far this year for 211. So he's averaging about 21 yards. Turner Mattingly, he's got 9 receptions for 165. He's averaging 18. And Coyne Banks has got 8 receptions for 191. He's averaging 23.9. So they've got 3 receivers there, Eric, that are averaging nearly, if not over, 20 yards per catch. So some big shoes to fill there tonight from McCracken County covering these 3 wide receivers. And overall scoring for them, certainly Jordan Wright, Jaheim Williams, and Tradon Davis. Each of those, the first 2 guys have 15 touchdowns apiece. Davis quarterback, and he's got 10. So interesting enough, they've got 53 total TDs this year, and those 3 guys out of the backfield, Eric, represent 40 of them. So, they've got 75, almost 80% of the touchdowns, the 3 guys in the backfield tonight. So you're going to see a powerful offense in the backfield tonight for Henderson County when you look at their overall year. What have they done to their opponents? Interesting enough, one of the things that jumped out at me looking at these stats is their rushing defense. This total year, so they've played 8 games so far this year. They've only allowed 497 yards rushing. That's 62 yards a game. From a passing standpoint, they've not been as effective. They've allowed 1,122. They're allowing about 140 per game. So they're averaging their opponents just a tick over 200 yards per game is what their opponents are averaging from that standpoint. And so here's another key stat I think that jumps out at me from Henderson's defense is third down conversions, always critical in a game of this magnitude. This year they've held their opponents to less than 30%, actually 29.2% conversions on third down. Their opponents are only 29 out of 99 attempts. So they've got a good, strong third down defense, and that's going to be critical for McCracken County tonight. So those are some good stats. I think one other stat that we've got to look at, and we'll look at a little bit when we do the statewide, but they're leading the state in sacks. So that's another key statistic for their defenses. From a sack standpoint, they're leading the state overall.
That is for sure a great number for Henderson County, as they have a lot that they bring to the table tonight that the Mustangs will have to contend with if they want to walk away with what would be a big win tonight for the Mustangs. Let's look at some of the state leaders and how this game will feature some of the state's best. I know you have compiled that. Talk about that a little bit.
So let's just we'll look at the team stats first, Eric, and then we'll look at some individuals. So team-wise, from a scoring standpoint, and this is the 6A stats, looking at the 6A teams, Henderson's number one in the state at 46.6 points per game. Closest team to them, another powerful team over there in Central Kentucky is Central Hardin. They're at 41, so they're 5 points ahead of any other team scoring-wise in the state of Kentucky. The next stat to look at is team defense. They're ranked 13th, allowing, as I said earlier, they're allowing just 19.5 points per game, so they're 13th overall in defense. The next stat to take a good look at is scoring margin, as we talked about how much they are scoring, how much they're doing defense. They're third in the state, just behind Central Hardin and Bullitt East. That spread on their games, margin per game is 27 points per game. And so the next stat to take a good look at is where they rank team rushing. So we talked about the rushing game. I think we'll talk about it all evening long. When we look at it from a team rushing standpoint, they've held their opponents down to 65 yards per game. So excellent job from that standpoint. And then from a team passing standpoint, like I said, they're right at 130. So they're allowing just right around 200 yards per game. And so overall they've done good. From a passing standpoint, Henderson's 20th. Like I mentioned there earlier, overall they've allowed 1,122 yards in passing from their opponents, about 140 yards average per game. McCracken County's not far behind them, just allowing 188. And then the last thing that I want to mention tonight, Eric, when I talk about team stats that I think could be a critical stat tonight, is McCracken County, and I'm going to jump over to McCracken County for a moment. McCracken County remains at the top. They're really tied for third in interceptions. It's been a strong suit for McCracken County. And statewide, that's one place in McCracken County is ranked high. So when we look over at the individual stats, I think there's certain things that jump out at me. And the first thing is team rushing, or individual rushing in the top 50. Henderson's got 3 players in the top 12. So you take the top 12 players in 6A from a rushing standpoint. Jordan Wright, Jadon Davis, and Jaheim Williams are in the top 12. So 25% of the top 12 rushers in 6A are going to be on the field tonight with Henderson County. So big stat there. When you look at it from a passing standpoint, one of the things I did a little comparison as I looked at it from a passing standpoint, Prior Lamb's 8th in the 6A. McCracken County better than right at 1,092 yards. Henderson County's 13th. Trade on is 13th in the state at 797. So place McCracken County, I think tonight we'll talk about is going to be an opportunity tonight for McCracken County. I think another place that we want to take a look at is from a receiving standpoint. McCracken County's leading Henderson from that standpoint. Jonathan Venerables is 26th in 6A. He's got 243 yards on 17 reception. Closest guy that Henderson has is down ranked at 36th. That's Coyne Banks. He's only got 191 yards. Of course, we know they're run dominant. The other area that I mentioned there a little bit earlier was McCracken County's the third in the state from an interception standpoint, turnover standpoint. That's leading by Jonathan Venerables. Jonathan has 5 interceptions this year. It puts him tied for second in 6A. So he's up there. And I think the last stat, Eric, that I want to mention I think can be critical in tonight's game is Clemens is playing the center of the defensive line for Henderson County. He's got 17 sacks by himself. and Henderson's ranked #1 in the state overall, not just 6A, but overall the whole state. Henderson's leading from a sack standpoint, and the #1 sack defensive player in the state of Kentucky is Clemens. So, you look at it there, they got a stout defense. Clemens is really the anchor of that. And then they've got these 3 guys in the backfield that, got better than 2,000 yards on the ground.
That is how these teams look statewide. And we're going to let you listen to tonight's rendition of the National Anthem, brought to you by the McCracken County High School Band and McCracken County High School Choir, as it's brought to you by Rudy's Farm Center in Keble. Tonight's National Anthem brought to you by Rudy's Farm Center, your locally owned farm, industrial, and hardware store in Keble. As the McCracken County fight song, I believe, about to start. Wonderful Friday night here at Marquette Stadium, getting you set for the final home game of the season. McCracken County and Henderson County. Before we jump into our Insurance for Success, want to look at the Cellular Connection text hotline. Good friend of Region 1 Sports listening in tonight like he often does, Joe Jackson, the former longtime voice of the Graves County Eagles, listening in tonight. Good to hear from you, Joe. As always, let us know you're listening. 270-557-8223. 270-557-8223. And we'll shout you out courtesy of the Cellular Connection, your locally owned Verizon wireless retailer in Paducah. Time now for our Brandon Clifton Allstate Insurance for Success. Just like the Mustangs give it their all, so does McCracken County Allstate agent Brandon Clifton. Get you and your family insured for success. Give Brandon Clifton a call, 270-442-8234. You're always in good hands with Brandon Clifton and Allstate Insurance. As I look at this one here tonight, the first key, my friend, is on the defense.
Yeah, Eric, not too often we start out with defense, but I think tonight's going to be critical. Like we look through these stats just over the last few minutes, Henderson County's got a powerful offense, one of the most powerful in 6A this year, particularly from a running standpoint. And one of the things is, Eric, that, I came up and watched a little practice this week. We had the coaches show with Coach Smith. And one of the things that I think is critical for success tonight that Coach Smith has practiced with these boys all week long is positional defense. These guys have got to stay in the gaps, because what Henderson does is they swing out some big linemen. They try to open some big holes for these running backs. And from McCracken County, every guy's got to stay in his position. If a guy on the defense gets out of position, it's going to give a big opening for Henderson. They're going to make big yardage out of it. So I think the number one key to success tonight for McCracken County is going to be positional defense. These 11 guys are going to have to stay home, and they're going to have to fill the gaps. In order to fill those gaps, in order to keep them from having a big rushing game tonight. So I think the very first thing, Eric, when I look at keys to success is positional defense for McCracken County.
Also for McCracken County, if they're going to want to have any success offensively, they're going to have to keep a close eye defensively, especially up front on the Henderson County defensive line with two mammoth defensive linemen especially.
They do. We talked about Clements here just a few moments ago when we were looking at the stats. He's got 17 sacks this year. He's playing right in the middle of the line, kind of a nose guard type setup at 275 pounds for Henderson. He's got a scholarship to play for Purdue. So this guy's a Division I player. I think Coach Smith has been devising some blocking plans to put more than one guy to do some double teaming. But I think one thing, Eric, when I look at keys to success from an offensive standpoint tonight, McCracken County's been good. Zeno's had a great year, Zeno Cornelius, as well as Dylan Ruxer coming out of the backfield. McCracken County's had a good rushing game. Tonight, I think it's going to be a little different story. I think Henderson's really strong, like you said up front. I think the rushing's really going to be difficult. So I think where McCracken County's success is going to have, the key to success tonight, is two things, and that starts out with the passing game. McCracken County's got to establish a good passing game tonight, but it's got to be a quick throw. I think, Eric, we can't sit down and say, hey, we're going to stay. Pryor's going to be back there for 4 or 5 seconds. We're going to get guys 20, 30 yards downfield. I think you're going to give Clemens and the other defensive line too much opportunity to get on Pryor. So I think the situation is, hopefully for Coach Smith, is he's devised a good quick pass, slant routes, some of those wide receiver screens. Get the ball out of Pryor's hands quickly. Don't give Clemens an opportunity to get in the backfield and take advantage. They've been weaker on the passing defense all year long than the rushing defense. So I think hopefully we're going to see Coach Smith really have a big passing attack tonight, and I think that's the key for success from McCracken County on the offensive side of the ball.
And last but not least, the turnover battle, two parts of that. The Mustangs need to be turnover free because you really can't give away any possessions against the Colonels. You also need to win the turnover battle as well by creating some turnovers.
Yeah, and I think one of the things is, Eric, we've saw all year long is McCracken County's secondary has been strong in interceptions. I think tonight a key for McCracken County to remain in this game, have an opportunity to win, is to pick off a few passes. A couple interceptions, 2 or 3, would be tremendous, I think, to turn this game in McCracken County's favor. Anytime you're going to upset a superior opponent, you've got to get some breaks, and there's none better than if you get more turnovers than they do. So I think that's the key. But the other side of that is, like you said, if we're going to do a lot of passing, Pryor's got to have a good night. He can't turn the ball over, or that's going to be advantage Henderson.
That is your Insurance for Success, brought to you by McCracken County Allstate agent Brandon Clifton. You're always in good hands with Brandon Clifton and Allstate Insurance, 270-442-8234. You heard me mention Brent Hausman several times already tonight. Want to give a shout out to his boss, Elabeth Hausman, listening in on her way to the game tonight. Good to hear from Miss Elabeth Hausman. Let us know you're listening. Text us 270-557-8223, 270-557-8223. Also want to give a shout out to brother Chris Hardesty from Sheridan, Kentucky, listening in tonight. Good to hear from you as well. We'll give out more shout outs as the game goes on tonight, courtesy of the Sailor Connection, Lone Oak Road in Paducah. The Mustangs and Colonels back in the locker room getting their preparation and final instruction for tonight. Time for our pregame prayer brought to you by Heartland Church and the Heartland Church Student Ministry, where their desire is to connect students to Christ, grow together in Christ, and then go out and serve like Christ. Middle school students meet at 9:15 on Sunday mornings. High school students at 10:45, and all students meet from 6 to 8 on Wednesday night. That's the Heartland Church Student Ministry in Paducah. Tonight's pregame prayer being said by one of the pastors at Heartland Church, Mr. Glenn Ross.
Hey there, my name is Glenn Ross. I'm one of the student pastors at Heartland Church, and I just wanted to take an opportunity to pray over tonight's game. Father God, we just want to thank you tonight for the opportunities that we have. God, we thank you for the players, the cheerleaders, our coaches and parents and fans, everyone involved in tonight's game. Father, we pray that you would keep everybody safe, that you would just use us in incredible ways, God. We pray that we would just all enjoy friendly competition, God, and that we would remember that at the end of the day, we just want to be here to support these young people, and God, we want to bring you glory. So we ask all this in your son's most precious name. Amen.
The Stampede is on the air. McCracken County Mustang Sports is brought to you by
Seaplant Federal Credit Union, Brent Housen with Baird Private Wealth Management, Heartland Church, Culver's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Flooring America, Brandon Clifton with Allstate Insurance, McCracken County Schools, Estes Chiropractic, Rudy's Farm Store, Dr. Kyle Parrish, Rafferty's, McDonald's, Pizza Inn, F&B Bank, Ingram's Water and Air, Kitmo Rental and Supply, Community Financial Services Bank, Baptist Health, Orthopedic Institute, Paducah Bank, Supply Solutions, Freeman Dental, Emerging Media Productions, The Farm Restaurant, Western Kentucky Window Tinting, Edwards and Couts, and Swift and Staley.
Now, here's the voice of the Mustangs, Eric Chumbler.
High atop Marquette Stadium, the final home game of the year features a big-time district matchup. The Mustangs of McCracken County, 2-6, welcoming in one of the Titans in football this year. The Colonels of Henderson County, 7-1 and ranked 4th in the state of Kentucky. The Mustangs, though, improving week by week, taking that to the test, to the ultimate tonight against the Henderson County Colonels. The Colonels and the Mustangs coming up right now, 99.5 The Fan. Alongside Jimmy Garrett, I'm Eric Chumbler. Thanks for joining us tonight. Time to take a look at the starters for tonight's matchup. We'll start on the defensive side of the football. With that, Jimmy Garrett.
So, Eric, looking at McCracken County starting defense tonight, we'll start in the secondary. First guy we're going to look at is number 8, Jack Bradley, who's had a great season on both sides of the ball. 5'11", 150-pound senior, playing cornerback. The next guy back there on the defensive secondary is number 20, Jonathan Venables, 5'9", 150. He's a senior as well. Next guy back there in the secondary is number 21, Hunter Hawthorne, 5'7", 126-pound junior. And the other guy, the fourth guy playing back there in the secondary, normally playing free safety, is Noah Nyberg, 6 foot, 145-pound junior. From a linebacker, stepping up to the linebacking core tonight from McCracken County, we've got the Black brothers, and number 12, Owen Black, playing on one outside linebacker. His brother, number 15, Ryder Black, playing on the other side as the outside linebacker. Both those guys go right at 157 pounds, both of them seniors. And then the other guy playing in the middle who's had a good season from McCracken County is number 33, Chase Dassing, 5'10", 180-pound junior, playing middle linebacker. That front four from McCracken County tonight that'll be critical to stop this rushing game. A number 45, Frankie Nutt, 5'11", 199-pound junior, playing more in the center of the lines. Number 55, Cohen Buckhalter, 5'7", 230. He's a junior. And then the two seniors on that front line from McCracken County, number 65, Noah Adrian, 6'2", 292, and number 67, Brady Cadwell at 5'11", 300. Both those two guys are seniors, so that makes up McCracken County's starting 11 tonight on defense.
That is the defensive side of the football. We will look at the offensive side of the football for McCracken County, and we will start up front with one of the best on the offensive front you will see. At left tackle, number 58, Brody Phelps is a junior for the Mustangs. At left guard, number 55, Cohen Buckhalter, 5'7", 230-pound junior. The center is number 68, Gage Cunningham, 5'11", junior, 275 pounds. At right guard, number 74, Tyson Barnes, 5'10", senior, 264 pounds. We will let you listen to the Mustangs as they get set to take the field off to our left in just a few moments as they are at the tunnel, as they have the American flags, the Mustang flag, and here come the Mustangs off to our left. As they actually let the cheerleaders go out, here come the Mustangs right behind them, a wonderful crowd. And we actually had our Mustangs from the smaller grade levels coming out as well. Great to see as we look at the future of the Mustangs as well. Looking at the skill positions for the offense at wide receiver. Number 3, Jordan Bridges, 5'10", 150-pound senior. Number 8, Jack Bradley, 6'1", 160-pound senior. And number 18, Dylan Ruxer, 5'11", senior, 185 pounds. The running back tonight is Zeno Cornelius, 5'7", junior, 165 pounds. And the quarterback is Pryor Lamb, a 6-foot senior, 194 pounds. The usual starting lineup for the Mustangs, my friend. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, that's one thing we've got to say. McCracken County stayed healthy all year long, been consistent. I mean, you look at these two starting lineups on offense and defense, McCracken County's virtually had the same 11 guys on the field on both sides all year long. So that's one of the things that certainly gains a lot of experience, has been beneficial for McCracken County, not having injuries and have a steady starting lineup all season.
And so we are set for kick tonight, as McCracken County looks like they will receive first. A chance here for the Mustangs to try and strike first. As Henderson County will kick off, McCracken County looking to go left to right of your radio dial. McCracken County wearing their road or home black uniforms, black helmet, chrome horse head on it, black uniforms, white McCracken, white numerals, black pants. As Daryl Good gets the crowd fired up here at Marquette Stadium. Wonderful crowd. Jimmy Garrett, Ivan Stevens, I'm Eric Chumbler. Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect fall night here at Marquette Stadium. The Mustangs set to receive the kick from Xavier Cruz, the senior kicker for the Colonels. As he signals he's ready, he moves towards the football, and the kick is a nice end-over-end kick. Venable will get it at the 5 and bring it out. He comes out to the 20, the 25, and scampers his way out to about the 29-yard line, where the Mustangs will take over. First down and 10. A chance to start off on the right side, my friend.
Yeah, you know, one thing, Eric, this is the second game in a row. McCracken County started off first last week against South Warren, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, and scored right off the bat and took the lead on South Warren. So hopefully McCracken County can get their offense cranking. Jonathan Venerable, who's been returning kickoffs all year long, had another good return, about 25 yards, and has got McCracken County set up at a good starting position for this big game.
And so it will be McCracken on its own 30. Pryor Lamb looking over the defense. Gets the snap, looks, throws towards the left. It's towards the screen play on the left side, trying to get it onto the flat. They do. Across the 25 out, or 35 out to the 40. It's going to be good enough for a first down. Nice jump throwing in the flat to Venable for 11. And the Colonels have an injury to start the game, it looks like, on the far side. And I cannot see the number for the Colonels. But they have an injury to start on the far side, after what was about a 12-yard gain for the Mustangs on first down to make it 1st and 10 from the 42. And it looks like lower extremity injury on first glance for the Colonel on the far side, in quite a bit of pain as Coach Boston and trainers out checking on the injured Colonel. So, my friend, an inauspicious start tonight. And that looks to be, is that Jordan Wright?
That's what Ivan thinks. Eric, he took a close look across the field there. He thinks it's number 15, Jordan Wright, that's down. It'd be a critical loss for Henderson this season.
You heard his name quite a bit in the stats. Hopefully, if it is Mr. Wright, it's something that will get him back onto the field quickly. As they are helping him up, it is indeed number 15, Jordan Wright. As he is trying to put some pressure on it, he is walking off on his own power. That's great to see. So maybe nothing of serious note as he is walking on his own and walking with good speed. I am willing to venture we may see him back. That would be great. And so first down for McCracken County across the 40. On their own 42. Snap. It is going to be Venable. Trying to go off left side as a cavalry comes through the middle and drops him for a loss. This is a huge front line for Henderson County. This is Louisville level front line for Henderson County. And they were able to get into the backfield for a loss of about 8, 2nd and 18.
Yeah, Eric, they had at least 4 or 5 guys. You know, one of the things we talked about in the pregame is really establishing the pass game, really a quick pass game to boot. And I think it was a nice first play of McCracken County run. They tested the running game. I think it's going to be a tough test all night long.
And so that makes it 2nd and 18 now for the Mustangs. On their own 34 as Lamb drops back, looks, throws towards the left. It is caught for Venable, but not much doing. Nice job by the Colonels in open space to bring them down after a gain of about 1. That'll make it about 3rd and 17.
I like the play call there, Eric.
Yes.
I think quick passes is just going to be the key to offset the size and speed of this Henderson County. So I like at least 2 of these first 3 plays that McCracken County's called so far tonight. I think that's where the success is going to be as far as moving the ball downfield and picking up first downs, as we saw in the first play of the game.
3rd down and 17 now for the Mustangs on the 35, needing to get to the McCracken 48. No score, just underway. McCracken County and Henderson County. Snap by Lamb. It is going to be draw play, and it will go across the 40 out to about the original line of scrimmage. That'll make it a 4th and about 10. And the Mustangs will punt. It is a rarity that the Mustangs have one of the best offensive linemen you'll see in the state. Brody Phelps, size, everything. Brody has it. But you see 2 on the opposite side that are bigger than Brody in terms of stature and size. You rarely see that on a football field.
Henderson's definitely got the size and speed along the line of scrimmage.
As Sadiq Clements, one name you're going to hear a lot tonight. He'll be playing his Saturdays at Purdue next year. And then they have another one that will be playing at Eastern next year. Wonderful punt. Goes inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10. It's going to roll dead right at the 5. That's where Henderson County will take over. First down and 10 on their own 5-yard line. So alongside Jimmy Garrett and Ivan Stevens, I'm Eric Chumler. Thanks for joining us tonight here at beautiful Marquette Stadium. The Mustangs went for a first down on their first play of scrimmage, but then stopped on the next series of downs. Henderson County will take over now, first down and 10 on their own 6 with 9:18 here in this first quarter. It looks like the Colonels have Jordan Wright back in the backfield for the Colonels, so that's a good sign for Henderson County. They dodged a break, and now it's going to be an empty backfield for the Colonels. Man in motion. They are going to toss it to the man in motion towards the right side, trying to stretch it. Has a hole. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And a nice job getting out to the 32 on first down. A wonderful play call as they toss it to Jaheim Williams, and he runs out for about 26. Not bad.
No, Eric, big gap there. You know, we talked about McCracken County's going to have to stay home, fill the gaps to keep from those big openings, and Henderson County took advantage of it. That was a nice big hole over there on the right-hand side of the field.
First down and 10 for the Colonels now on their own 32. No score. As it is going to be dropping back to pass over the middle of the field. It is almost picked off by Jack Bradley. He had a great beat on it as they were trying to get to Turner Mattingly was Trajan Davis, but overthrew him, and Bradley almost picked it off.
Yep, Eric, that's first missed opportunity tonight. Jack's got some interception this year. He had a great opportunity there, and McCracken County needs to exploit that if they're going to be in this ball game tonight.
Second down and 10 for the Colonels on their own 32. Handoff to the back. Instead, Davis is going to keep it. He's wrapped up and dropped for a short loss. Nice job, Chase Dassig.
Eric Chase has played great all year long in that middle linebacker. He's one of the leading tacklers from McCracken County. I think, Eric, I'd have to overall say that he's probably the leading tackler from McCracken County. Tackles for loss. I think he actually did get a tackle for loss there. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Third down now as the bells chime here at Marquette Stadium. 3rd down and 11 for Henderson County on its own 31. No score, 8:26 in this opening quarter. As Trajan Davis looks, throws towards the right, has it overthrown. It will be a 4th down, and a nice job for the Mustangs. Both teams getting nice plays on first down, then stopped on the next series of downs.
Yeah, McCracken County's had a great first 3 downs here in this particular series. Certainly a tough first down on that first set of downs for Henderson, but this next 3 they played well. Eric, this is going to be key to watch. This is one area, punting for Henderson County is an area that Coach Smith is worried about, so it'll be interesting to see how this first punt goes for Henderson County.
They fake punt a lot. It is a low snap. It's a flag on the play. It's a line drive spiraling punt. Venable fields it at the 32. He comes out towards the 40. 45, comes around the 50, and he'll be brought out of bounds around the 48. And a late flag and a late hit on Henderson County will potentially be a late hit. I believe that's going to be a flag. Don't want to speak too soon. But we will find out in just a moment what the 2 flags are. One is on the line of scrimmage, right when the ball was snapped. The other one was right after Venable was hit out of bounds. And so we will wait to see what these flags are before commenting on McCracken County's situation. No score, 8:07 first quarter. Coach Smith getting an explanation from the official, maybe picking up a flag or not. No, I'm not sure. They ask him what they want to do. And are they going to make him re-kick?
Eric, it looks that way. Coach Smith looked like he signaled to the referee that he was accepting the penalty.
There you go. So the Mustangs going to make them re-kick, push them back. And so we have a legal procedure, legal substitution against Henderson County. One thing I absolutely love, penalties will offset. One thing I absolutely love, our official tonight, we see him on the basketball court often, has a very strong voice. I could understand him all the way up here. I love it. He doesn't need a microphone. Strong pipes from our lead official tonight. Another really good officiating crew. And so the Colonels will re-kick. Mustangs were able to get it across the 50. See if the Mustangs can do that again. Mustangs may be bringing some heat. Now back off just a little bit and not going to bring heat. It is a better punt that is going to bounce. Unfortunately, the Colonels get a large break. And that's about 28 yards difference for the Mustangs. And so they will start on their own 25 now. And so break for the Colonels.
Yeah, that's a big break, Eric, because McCracken County was going to have the ball right at midfield if that wasn't offsetting penalties there. And the bad thing about offsetting penalties is, you know, Henderson got another chance to punt.
That's right.
But the other thing is they didn't move the ball. They got to stay at the same line of scrimmage. So they took advantage of it. Like you said, they gained about 28 yards in field there. So that's a disadvantage to McCracken County starting back at their own 25.
I want to give a shout out to Buddy and Joyce Lewis listening in tonight. Also Becky Wellington and Allie Hutchins listening as well as they hand off to the back. Zeno gets by the initial tackle across the 35 and first down towards the 40. Great job by Zeno. Looked like he was going to be brought down after a gain of about 2 or 3. There is a Colonel that is slow to get up.
Looks like Clemens.
It is. He is struggling to move in terms of it looks like he may have taken a hit, and he's a bit woozy as he goes off slowly towards the sidelines. Now right on the line, and he is heading back. He is most definitely woozy.
He is, Eric. He almost walked back onto the field.
So we may not see him for the rest of this evening. That would be big news, as it is going to be a handoff towards the left side. Great push by the defensive front for Henderson County getting into the backfield. They drop Zeno for a loss of about 3, 2nd and 13. Clemens, go ahead.
I like what Coach Brooks is doing. He's trying to establish a running game, and you know, to have a good passing game, you got to have some running to keep them out of the box. So, you know, I think the situation here is Coach is calling some running plays. Zeno picked up 12 on that last one, so, you know, it'd be interesting to see how McCracken County does throughout the game. Like I said, they're averaging about 60 yards a game. Opponents rushing against Henderson. Be interesting to see how McCracken County does in the totality of this game.
2nd down and 13, no score. 6:58 in this opening quarter. Mustangs and Colonels. Snap, dropping back is Pryor, looking over the middle of the field, has a man, it's Venable, and he dropped it off the fingertips.
Eric, that's the second opportunity for McCracken County. The first one being Jack having an interception. Jonathan had got past his defender there. He had probably a step and a half on him. Nice throw by Pryor Lammy, hit him on the numbers. Just unfortunate Jonathan wasn't able to bring that in. That would have been easily a 20, 25, 30-yard pickup for McCracken County.
That'll make it 3rd down and 13 for the Mustangs on their own 37. And the Mustangs will have 2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right. Zeno in the backfield. Man in motion is Venable, and the Mustangs are forced to use a timeout. And so with 6:48 in this opening quarter, the Mustangs and Colonels scoreless. So far, the Mustangs doing a nice job holding their own against this powerful Colonel ball club.
Yeah, Eric, and you know, one of the things that excites, we've seen this all year long. McCracken County has played a really difficult schedule, as you talked about in the pregame. And McCracken County has been able to match up against these teams all year long except for those first couple games. So, you know, I think that tonight, Eric, for McCracken County to have a really decent, good shot at victory tonight, they've got to play all 48 minutes. You know, we've seen a couple games, particularly up there at Davis County, where McCracken County played 41 minutes good and 7 minutes they let the score get away from them. I think it's the same thing Henderson did to Davis County last week. I think that game was pretty close until midway through the second half, and then Henderson put like 28 points on the board. So McCracken County in this first almost 6 minutes has played like you want to see them play against a top-ranked team. They've got to be able to do it all 48 minutes.
And so 3rd down and 13 for the Mustangs on their own 37-yard line. No score, 6:48 in this opening quarter. Mustangs a couple of first downs so far tonight. Henderson County with 1 as well. And now we can begin once again. Venable in motion. Snap, dropping back is Lamb, looking under a lot of pressure, gets by it initially. Now looking to run, he will run, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, not much more. And that'll make it 4th down and about 10.
Got to give credit to Pryor there, Eric. We expected a lot of pressure on him tonight. He avoided 3 guys in the backfield. I mean, Henderson had 3 defensive line back there in the backfield. Pryor did a great job escaping. He actually ended up there. It looks like he picked up about 3 yards, so he got him back to almost a 4th and 10 here, 4th and 11. So not a bad place to punt from right here at the 39-yard line.
And so McCracken will punt. As it is a rugby-style punt once again, sidewinder. And a great bounce once again, 40, 30, 25, out of bounds around the 20-yard line. Could not draw it up any better than that. That is a punt of 41 yards, and Henderson County will take over first down and 10 on their own 20. Now we get to see if Sadiq Clements will come out anytime in the near future. That's something to really keep an eye on.
It is, Eric. He's a critical player for him overall, and like you said, a Division I scholarship athlete. So he definitely looked woozy when he walked off that sideline.
Indeed. And so a nice handoff that is wonderfully covered by Chase Dassing to drop it for a short loss. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but I don't think so. It's going to be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Eric, I think Henderson's run, that's their 5th play from the line of scrimmage tonight. Chase Dassing's got 2 tackles for loss so far. So Chase is off to a good start on helping keep this running game in the backfield of Henderson.
2nd down and 11 for the Colonels on their own 19. No score. Henderson County and McCracken County. Snap. Dropping back is going to be Davis. Now rolling to his left. Trying to run towards the left sideline. Gets across the 25. Knocked out of bounds around the 27. As he will get about 8. Making it 3rd down and 2.
Eric, that was a nice tackle by Hawthorne. Hunter Hawthorne came over there to cut that off. And one of the things is that we know that quarterback for Henderson's just as dangerous as the running back. So good stop from McCracken County. It's the 2nd time in these 2 series McCracken County's got Henderson in a 3rd down situation.
3rd down and 2 for the Colonels on their own 28. 5:41 in this opening quarter. As it's going to be a screen play towards the right. Well covered by the Mustangs, but the Colonels get across the 30 to the 33 for a first down. Well covered by the Mustangs, but credit to the Colonels for the execution.
Yeah, looked like Owen Black, he was back there. I thought for a second, Eric, that Owen Black was actually going to get him for a loss. He pulled inside, Owen got by him and ended up picking that first down up.
First down and 10 for the Colonels from the 33, trying to get McCracken to jump with the quick snap. Hard count, can't do it. Colonels change the play. Snap. It is a handoff. Nope. Quarterback keeper going towards the left. Nice hole that is closed up fairly quick, as that's going to be a gain of about 9 on first down. Could have been a lot more, as Trey John Davis looked like he went off end and had a lot of room, but closed quickly thanks to Owen Black.
Yeah, nice tackle by Owen there. Open field tackle. He brought him down. I think that's going to be key. I think one of the things is, Eric, over the season we've seen a couple running quarterbacks. McCracken County's done a good job defensively this year against these running quarterbacks, so hopefully they can keep him corralled as well.
2nd and 1 for the Colonels, as it's going to be another handoff to Wright. Has a first down across the 50, cuts it up at the 45 and brought down right there at the 45. And that'll be a first down for the Colonels.
Eric, that was a little bit of what I was concerned about in the pregame show. Wright had a lot of territory over there on that right-hand side of the line. Somebody on McCracken County's defense probably was a little bit out of position from where Coach Smith wants him to be. Left a big hole over there on the right-hand side. So as we look at this first half and we lead into the halftime show, that'll be one thing we'll want to talk about, is how well McCracken County stays in the gaps. They've got to stay in the gaps to keep this running game from getting away from them.
First down and 10 for the Colonels on their McCracken 45. As it's going to be another handoff to Wright, but a great job as he stopped at the line of scrimmage and brought down on the play by Frankie Nuts.
Yeah, Eric, Frankie Nutt came off this right hand into the defensive line. He just shot straight down the line, and before Wright could get back to the line of scrimmage, Frankie caught him from behind. And we know that Wright is quick, so got to give credit out to Frankie Nutt. That was a good job running Wright down before he got up to speed.
And so that'll make it 2nd and 10 as another handoff to Wright. This time big hole across the 40, cuts it up at the 35. He'll get the first down across the 35 to the 34 after a gain of about 11.
You know, one thing, Eric, I've liked so far in this series and the first series from McCracken County is we know they've got some quick guys, Wright being one of them, Davis being the other. But McCracken County's defense is doing some nice job, open field solo tackles.
Yes.
And that's going to help in this type of game.
And so it'll make it 1st and 10 for the Colonels on the McCracken 34. Play fake, wide open, man. It's going to be a wide open touchdown to Jackson Pendergraft. as McCracken County bit on the fake. And that'll make it a 34-yard touchdown for the Colonels. That was perfectly drawn up for Henderson County.
They did, and Eric, just like I said, I'm sure Coach Smith is going to write that down in his notebook to talk about lunchtime or at halftime. Somebody in McCracken County got out of position there, left that guy. He was a good 15 yards behind the secondary. So, you know, those are the very things McCracken County's got to be able to do tonight is stay home, and or we're going to see a number of those big plays.
And so the low snap, hold is good, kick is up, it is good. 3:14 in the opening quarter. Henderson County strikes first and leads it 7-0. The Mustangs, though, overall playing well in these first few minutes, but trying to find some consecutive first downs. They have so far had a first down or two, and then a big play kind of sets them backwards, just trying to put it together for an offensive series.
They do. You know, it's great to see McCracken County pick up 2 first downs in those first 2 series. So McCracken County's got to establish that they've got to be able to continue to pick up first downs. One of the things is, Eric, we've got to say, you know, it's 7-0. There's 3:14 left on the clock. McCracken County's playing good, sound defense. Like I said just a moment ago, good tackling there is just a perfect example. Henderson got a 34-yard touchdown off that. Guy wide open 15 yards behind the secondary. Somebody in that secondary missed an opportunity there to be in their position, cover that guy. So those are the things McCracken County's got to avoid tonight in order to stay in this ball game. So lesson learned there. Probably not as prepared for Henderson's passing game. Really expectations as a rushing side. Good call on Henderson to catch us off guard, but good learning opportunity for this secondary to be prepared for in these next 3 quarters.
That's right. And so the Mustangs will receive the kick, trailing 7-0 with 3:14 in this opening quarter. Alongside Jimmy Garrett, I'm Eric Chumbler. Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect night and a wonderful crowd, probably our biggest of the year. With 3:14 left in this opening quarter, Mustang Nation has not disappointed at all this season. And so the kick by the Colonels, a nice end-over-end kick. It'll be returned at the 14, out to the 20, 25-30. It's a nice job by Venable, gets out to the 34 for a 20-yard return, where the Mustangs will take over first down and 10. Even put a video on Twitter moments ago of how nice this crowd is and the wonderful support all year long from Mustang Nation. So first down and 10 for the Mustangs, trailing 7-0 with 3:07 in this first quarter. It's a snap, handoff to Venable. It's wrapped up at the line and keeps his legs churning for a gain of about 2.5, maybe 3. Nice job by the Mustang front line against a big defensive front line to get a little bit of push and develop that 3-yard gain.
One thing, Eric, just to note from earlier, Clemens is back in the game. He's over there playing the right-hand defensive end for Henderson this series. So we wanted to keep an eye on him. He was back in the defensive lineup here for this series.
Second down and 7. Trailing 7-0 is McCracken County. As Lamb rolls to his left, looking to throw towards his left, lofts it up, and a great throw, but it's just slightly out of bounds. It'll be incomplete, but overall, pretty nice throw. It was just a tough play to be made for the Mustangs, but Dylan Ruxer was there. Throw was on the money, but just out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things is, Eric, we got to give a shout out to Pryor Lamb. That was a tough throw. He was swinging to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback. You know, when you look at a quarterback standpoint, as a right-hander, you want to swing out to the right. He was going against the grain there, and he still made a really nice throw to Dylan there.
And so it will be 3rd down and 7 now for the Mustangs on their own 37, trailing 7-0 to the number 4 team in Kentucky, Henderson County. Snap, Lamb drops back, looks, has a man downfield. It's Venable, he's got it inside the 30 and down to the 20. A wonderful throw by Lamb and over-the-shoulder catch by Venable.
You know, Eric, we've called Jonathan's name a number of times throughout the middle of this season when he joined the offensive side of the ball. That's probably the second or third catch I've seen him make this year over the shoulder. He just seems to keep his eye on the ball and bring it down. That was a really difficult catch, so we've got to give Jonathan a lot of credit for bringing that in over his shoulder.
Absolutely. First down and 10 for the Mustangs on the Henderson 20. Chance to tie this up. Lamb hands it off to Zeno, and he is hit immediately and dropped as there was a hurt on Zeno the moment he touched it.
Yeah, you know, Eric, we said this rushing game is going to be tough for McCracken County tonight, and I appreciate calling some rushing plays. You got to do it to keep them honest and keep them off the line of scrimmage, but I think the situation is here tonight. McCracken County's bread and butter tonight is going to be passing. We saw that in the last play. All the yards so far tonight virtually has been a passing game. So, you know, I appreciate it. We're going to have to do it throughout the game, but you're seeing the strength of that front four for Henderson County defensively on this rushing game.
2nd and 13 now for the Mustangs. On the Henderson 23, screenplay right side for Venable. He's got it at the 25. Nothing doing as he's brought down right there at the 23. Wonderful coverage by the Colonels.
Yeah, that was nice coverage. Well set up play, though. Jonathan had a little bit of opportunity to pick up a few yards there. I think the situation is here where McCracken County is on the field at the 23. This is 4-down territory, so they've got 2 more opportunities to pick up this 3rd and 13.
50 seconds left in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. Henderson County on top. As the Mustangs just outside the red zone. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right for McCracken County. Snap, dropping back is Lamb. Looks, throws down towards the left side of the end zone for Ruxer, and it was incomplete. Ruxer happened to be looking to his left, and it was over his right shoulder. That'll make it 4th down and 13. So the Mustangs looking like they may try to kick as it will be a field goal opportunity here for the Mustangs for Sebastian Hutchins as he will try to connect from 39, maybe 40. As they will place it on the 40, or I'm sorry, on the 30 for a 40-yard field goal attempt for Sebastian Hutchins. Snap's good, hold good. The kick is up. And it's no good. And so the Mustangs unable to capitalize. It will be a give back to the Colonels, trailing 7-0 with 32 seconds left. And 1st down and 10 for Henderson County.
You know, one thing, Eric, I was watching on that last couple pass plays, McCracken County's had an incompletion, but nice throws by Pryor. You know, one of the things is that we've got to give a lot of credit to Brody Phelps is blocking Clements. He's doing a good job.
Yes.
He's got Division I big guy across from him, and if you watch tonight in this, Brody's doing a great job protecting Pryor from that tackle position.
Absolutely. Brody Phelps doing a wonderful job as a handoff to right. He has a big hole, 30, 35, 40, and he's out of bounds right at the 40. 1st down for the Colonels on their own 40, leading 7-0, 25 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, Eric, one of the things, that's really the first time tonight we've got to see a Jordan Wright speed. I mean, he broke that line of scrimmage. Nobody slowed him down. Quick. He's small in stature, but certainly got the speed out there on the field.
1st down and 10. As it is going to be Henderson County on its own 40. It is Davis. He hands off to right. No, Davis keeps it himself, actually. Goes across the 40. And he's going to be upended around the 42, maybe the 43 for a gain of 3, making it 3rd and 7. 10 seconds left here in the quarter. This may be it for the first quarter. And it will be. That's all for this opening quarter of play. The Mustangs hanging tough. They trail the Colonels 7-0. The second quarter when we return, 99.5 The Fan.
You know what it's like when you go to a new restaurant and then people ask you, what did you have? And you give a recommendation. Well, prepare to have a lengthy conversation if someone asks you that question about the Farm Restaurant in La Center. Everything they have is absolutely delicious. From salmon, shrimp, pork chops, steak, real burgers with quality meat, chicken salad so good your grandma will claim she made it herself. And don't forget dessert. The bar is open too. It's not too far to get great food at the farm.
When you need an attorney, there's lots to choose from. Shouldn't you pick a local firm with lawyers who've been here a long time? Part of this community, lawyers who know the prosecutors, the defense attorneys, and have a relationship with them. Things out-of-state lawyers call us to find out. We're friends and neighbors. We're in this together. We're the law firm of Edwards & Katz, and we're here 24/7. When you need an attorney, call 270-442-9000 around the clock. Edwards & Katz, your local law firm.
Mustangs trail 7-0 as we go to the second quarter. Henderson County will have it 2nd and 7 from the 43, as it's going to be Wright who trips over his own blocker and really has no gain on the play to make it 3rd down and 7. Alongside Jimmy Garrett, I'm Eric Chumbler. Ivan Stevens joins us at the half. Mustangs trail 7-0, but my friend, they're hanging tough.
Yeah, you know, one thing, Eric, I think is important. You know, I wanted to compare tonight's game against Henderson to those first 3 games of the season. Those first 3 games of the season, all 3 of them, McCracken County was down 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. Here they are against a 4th-ranked team in 6A, 7-0. McCracken County's hanging tough, and you just continue to see the growth in this team.
3rd and 7 as a snap. Handoff is to Wright. Big hole, first down across the 50, then some. 40, 30, and actually just be in front of the 30. It's going to be brought down around the 32. However, it looks like Mustang was slow to get up, but he is okay. It was
Hunter Hawthorne.
It was Hawthorne to bring him down, and he says, I believe he's okay. He came up grabbing his shoulder for a moment, but does not seem to be showing effects from that. 1st down and 10 for the Colonels on the McCracken 34, leading 7-0 and trying to add to it. As Trajan Davis gets the snap, low snap at that, pump fakes, looking to potentially run with it. And as he goes, stretches it out towards the sideline, takes a hit, gets to about the 30. It'll be a gain of about 4, 2nd and 6.
McCracken County's defense is doing a good job. I mean, Davis is quick. He's not as quick as Jordan. He likes to get on the outside, but I got to give McCracken County's defense credit, Eric. They're keeping him corralled and keeping all of his runs so far somewhere inside 5 yards. So, big plus for the McCracken County defense there, keeping Davis in check.
2nd and 6 for the Colonels on the McCracken 30, leading 7-0 over the Mustangs. And a flag will come in. This may move it back 5 yards. And it will. False start, Henderson County. So instead of 2nd and 6, we go behind the chains to 2nd and 11.
Eric, this is a good opportunity for McCracken County's defense. One thing we've got to keep in mind, they're on the 35 McCracken County side of the ball. You're guaranteed they're going to go 4 downs on this set of series.
2nd and 11, you're exactly right on that. Barring this becoming 3rd and 4th and very long, as it will be another pump fake, looking for the left sideline towards the end zone. It is incomplete. No flags on the play. Great coverage on the exterior by Mr. Venable. 3rd and 11.
Jonathan, you know, Eric, we use his name a lot in these games called out, and he plays great on both sides of the ball. He stayed right with that receiver from Henderson County. Did a nice job not getting pass interference, and he played the ball well. So, you know, Jonathan's key to this defense, and tonight we've seen how good he can play in this first quarter.
3rd down and 11 now for Henderson County, leading 7-0, 9:44 first half. As Davis looks over the Mustang D, gets the snap, drops back, looks left side, now rolling to his left. Now he's going to air it out towards the middle of the field. It is almost intercepted by Jack Bradley. It'll be 4th and 11.
Eric, that's the second time. Jack's got to be a little frustrated with himself. Second time tonight. You know, we're only 2 minutes into the second quarter. Second time tonight, Jack's had his hands on an opportunity for an interception. That would have been a really tough catch. Both of them would have been tough catches, but Jack's had 2 opportunities tonight. I'm sure he's frustrated he's not been able to get that interception.
4th down and 11. The Colonel's going to go for it on the McCracken 40. Davis again sends a man in motion. Tries to get McCracken to jump. And the Colonels want to talk it over, as it will be Coach Boston calling timeout. 7-0 our score, 9:35 first half. The Mustangs trail 7-0, but Jimmy Garrett, the Mustangs, making them work hard every single play.
They are. You know, like I said, I just continue to give shout-outs to this McCracken County defense. You know, like I said just a few moments ago, if we compare them to the first 3 games of the year, this defense has grown exponentially as far as the skilled players and how well they're playing. And, you know, I just can't say enough about Coach Smith and his staff and the improvement overall of this defense. You know, if they'd have played like this the first 3 games of the year, I think the record would look different than it is tonight. And but this team just continues to grow, and this is an excellent first 14 minutes against the number 4 ranked team in the state.
As Sheila Davis, Henry, and Lila listening in tonight. Good to hear from you all. Let us know you're listening on the Cellular Connection text hotline, 270-557-8223. 557-8223. 4th down and 11 for the Colonels on the McCracken 40. As Henderson leads 7-0. Dropping back is Davis. Pressure, throws over the middle. It is incomplete. Nice job by the Mustangs as they brought pressure. And now to be a turnover on downs. Noah Adrian able to get his hands on Davis and help cause the incompletion. First down for the Mustangs.
Yep, great. Stopped him on downs, Eric. We knew over here on this side of the field, Henderson's going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to play a lot of 4-down type opportunities, and so great stop from McCracken County. So look at it so far, Eric. We've stopped Henderson, had him punt, stopped him here on down. So McCracken County's starting out playing a strong football game against really their toughest opponent possibly other than Bowling Green all season long.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 40, I should say. As McCracken trails Henderson 7-0. Lamb drops back. He's looking to air it out over the middle of the field towards Ruxer. It looks like there was some miscommunication and it fell incomplete.
Yeah, Eric, it looked like they're Jack and Dylan. Somewhere they got a little bit mixed up. They seem to be really in the same spot there, and it brought the 2 defenders together. And actually all 4 of them seemed to collide there around the 40 of Henderson, and Pryor didn't intend on that. He threw that ball a good 10 yards deeper. So a little bit of confusion on the wide receiving staff from McCracken County on that down.
Kenneth and Janet Smith listening in tonight. Good to hear from you all. This game is on YouTube. I've put out the link on Twitter, as you can go to the McCracken Media YouTube page and watch this game with our audio. 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs on the 40. It is going to be a handoff to Cornelius. Not much of a hole, but he makes one as he goes across the 40 to about the 42. Looked like he was going to run into a host of Colonels, cut it back towards the middle where a hole was created, and it'll be a gain of about 7 to make it 3rd and 3.
That was a great play on Zeno's part. I'll be honest with you, Eric, if you looked at it real close, he ran really right into Clemens on that play, made a nice cut back inside, didn't let Clemens bring him down. So all the credit's got to go to Zeno. That was a nice run.
Yes, it was. 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs near midfield. Trying to make the Colonels jump. They do not. Snap. Hand off to Cornelius as he is hit at the line and dropped. There is just not much up front right now, which is not to blame the offensive line at all. This is just a massive defensive front for the Colonels.
It is, and really, Eric, I got to give credit to the offensive line. I mean,
yes.
You look at how many passes, only 2 times so far has Pryor been pressured in the backfield. So really a shout out to this offensive line. They're doing really a great job against really what is a Division I type of offensive line or defensive line that Henderson's brought to this game tonight.
And so it is a punt. It's a quick sidewinding punt. bounces and takes a really just indifferent bounce. It bounces, took a Henderson bounce, took a McCracken bounce, and pretty much died where it originally bounced inside the 35 at the 33. Want to give a shout out to Scott and Jenny Green watching on YouTube tonight, saying go Stangs. Again, I put the link on YouTube earlier tonight. If you want to check out this game by watching it, you can. Thanks to our McCracken County Mustang Media Department. They do a wonderful job. We'll recognize seniors from the Mustang Media Department in just a little bit. 7-0 Henderson County. Here in the second, it's a handoff to the back. Has a big hole across the 45 out to the 49. Gain of a 14, and the Colonels have it near midfield.
Yeah, Eric, one of the things is McCracken County, it'll probably be one of the adjustments I talk about at halftime is they've got to be able to keep Jordan Wright inside the tackles. And right now he's getting open on the ends. The speed for him is just hard to bring down. So McCracken County's going to have to make an adjustment, keep him inside on the line of scrimmage.
Right, not in the backfield. It's Jaheim Williams who will get the call. Jaheim across the 50. Big hole. He's going to the house. It's an easy touchdown. Jaheim Williams, not even certain he was touched. 51 yards for 6.
Yeah, he did, and he did the same thing, Eric, we've talked about in the first quarter and here again in the second quarter. Both him and Wright, they're taking advantage of those outside lanes, and McCracken County's leaving them a hole or a gap out there on the outside, both on the left and right-hand side. So just as I was saying before that play, that's got to be an adjustment McCracken County makes at halftime, or this is going to be an opportunity for Henderson all night long.
That was a beautifully drawn play for the Colonels. As the hold is good, kick is up. It is good. 7:22 in the first half. Henderson County leads McCracken County 14-0. Just execution once again for the Colonels. That was just a perfectly called and executed play, and then Jaheim Williams did the rest.
He did. Jaheim Williams, you can see the speed. Him and Wright both bring a tremendous amount of speed to that backfield. And like I said, Eric, once they get that corner, you know, to run those guys down out on the open field is going to be difficult. I mean, McCracken County's made a number of solo tackles out there 10, 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, but these two guys are going to be hard to corral if they can continue to get open lanes on that outside of the field.
So the Mustangs trail now 14-0 as McCracken will get the football back in just a moment. Game by no means out, by no means out of reach, but the Mustangs have had some opportunities to get it into their territory, just haven't had a chance to fully punch it in.
No, I mean, you look at that last time we got all the way down to 23, attempted that field goal, came up a little bit short, but McCracken County was down there right at the red zone. You know, we know against South Warren, McCracken County was in the red zone 4 times and didn't score. So, you know, one of the things is, Eric, McCracken County's doing a good job is driving the ball down onto the other side, getting down inside the 20, getting in the red zone, but not being able to finish it off. And in a game like tonight, when you get inside the 20, you got to put points on the board.
So the Colonels will kick, leading 14-0, 7:22 in this first half. As it's a short end over end, kind of an onside kick that goes out of bounds at the 40, which is where the flag will come in, and the Mustangs will take over on the 40.
Yeah, you know, one of the things is I found interesting, Eric, in the first couple kickoffs here for Henderson, they kicked the ball to Jonathan Venerables, and if you watch any video at all, Jonathan Venerables is not the guy to be kicking off on. I actually looked at the stats there a few minutes ago. So far, just tonight, including tonight's stats, Jonathan's over 400 yards on kickoff returns. So he's not the guy to be kicking off to. I just wonder if Henderson's special team coach saw enough of Jonathan Venerables of returning kickoffs in the first quarter and decided to quit kicking deep to Jonathan and just let it go out of bounds. To be honest with you, from their standpoint, it's a smart move because Jonathan takes advantage when he gets an opportunity.
So first down near midfield at the 45 for the Mustangs, trailing 7-0. As it's going to be a handoff to Zeno, and he is tripped off and dropped for a short loss. Just a nice job by the Colonels to really kind of muddy the ground in front of them. And Zeno tripped over a foot, and it was dropped for a loss of about 2. 2nd and 12. As we have 7 minutes left in this first half, 14-0 Henderson County. As the Mustangs break huddle. And Lamb looks over the Colonel D. No safeties back. As a quick screenplay to the left, and the Colonels, they knew it. As I kind of alluded to, no safeties back. They knew the play before it was called. They knew it was going to be right in front of them and no deep option, and they had every bit of that covered. It's 3rd and about 20.
Yeah, Eric, they did. One of the things is they had 8 guys in the box, and then they only had 3 guys out there. McCracken County had 3 wide receivers out, 2 to the left and 1 to the right. They had them well covered. They read that play perfectly. They never even slowed down, just went upfield and took Jordan down. So McCracken County's going to have to get their play calling right if they're going to make some positive yards during this game.
So that'll make it 3rd and 20 now for the Mustangs. As Lamb, he's going to air it out down the right sideline, has Bradley. He's got it inside the 30 and brought down inside the 20 at the 16. Wonderful throw by Lamb. Even better catch by Bradley.
That's 2 long plays tonight. Both great passes by Pryor. Jack's brought in 1. Jonathan's brought in 1. So McCracken County taking advantage. As I said in the stats at the pregame, Henderson County's passing defense has been a little bit vulnerable throughout the year. So McCracken County certainly saw that in film and taken advantage of it so far.
Back inside the red zone is McCracken County trying to cut this lead in half. Snap, handoff is to Venable, cuts it up inside the 15, makes his way inside towards the 10, brought down at the 11, gain of about 5, 2nd and 5. So we have 5:15 left in this first half. The Colonels will get the football to start the second half. Something to note.
Yeah, Eric, I think it's key for McCracken County. They've got to punch this ball in. This will be the 6th time in the last 2 weeks that we've been at home and we've been inside the 20 and not scored. So McCracken County, it's critical to punch this in, particularly like you said, Henderson's getting it after the half.
And the Mustangs want to call timeout. We'll keep it right here. As Buddy and Betty, Amy Rushing all listening in tonight. Good to hear from all of you saying go Mustangs. Let us know you're listening on the Cellular Connection text hotline tonight. 270-557-8223. That is 270-557-8223. All shout-outs courtesy of the Cellular Connection, your locally owned Verizon wireless retailer on Lone Oak Road in Paducah. I'll actually be going there in the morning. Wonderful place for your Verizon needs. That's the Sailor Connection, Lone Oak Road in Paducah. 2nd down and 5 for McCracken County, as it's going to be on the Henderson County 11. The Mustangs trail 14-0, but a chance to cut that in half right here. And so Pryor drops back, looking, throws over the left side. It's incomplete. Overthrew his receiver. That looked to be Bridges, I believe.
Yep, Eric, you're right. It was Jordan Bridges, just a little bit high. He ran a slant route there. He did get inside his defender. Pryor was just a little bit high on that pass, but a good called play and a little lower pass, I think, would have resulted in McCracken County getting a touchdown.
3rd down and 5 for the Mustangs on the Henderson County 11. 4:41 left in this first half. Mustangs marching inside the red zone. Snap. It is going to be a handoff. Cut up and nothing doing at all. Henderson County just covering up the run, and that'll make it 4th down and 5. And now the Mustangs, as Jimmy mentioned, trying to avoid the 6th time to get inside the 20 over the last 2 games at home and not punch it in. And the Mustangs most definitely going to go for it as they're down 14-0.
Nope, Eric, I think they're going to kick. They're putting Sebastian Hutchins on the field for a field goal here.
I am mistaken. I apologize. And so the Mustangs will kick and try to put 3 on the board, as Hutchins will have the opportunity. As a snap good, kick is up, and it is no good. And so the Mustangs, their 6th time over the last 2 home games, getting inside the 20, but unable to punch it in, and that's just really hard to overcome.
It is, Eric. It's just hard to swallow because, I mean, you look at it last week or 2 weeks ago against South Warren, previous year state champion. Here we are against the 4th-ranked team in 6A. And 6 times you get inside your 20-yard line on your home field and you can't even get a point on the board. So bad break from McCracken County these last 6 times. That's where these games are won and lost.
And so now Henderson County a chance to try and score before getting the football to start the second half. It's going to be handoff, big hole across the 25-30, 35 up the left sideline across the 40 and out towards the 50. And now Henderson County really wanting to take this game under control. And there is a flag, though, in the backfield that could bring this thing all the way back, which would be a great break for the Mustangs. Instead of a gain of about 30, it could be behind the line of scrimmage. We await the officials discuss. And it is not good news. It is horrible news. It is going to be against McCracken County. It is a chop block against the Mustangs. And now Henderson County is set up wonderfully.
Boy, Eric, that was a bad break there for McCracken County there to get that chop block. You know, one of the things is Henderson had taken advantage of running to the outside again. They really seem to feel they found something there, a crack in the Mustangs defense. So hopefully we can get to halftime without any more points on the board, and McCracken County can adjust to that.
First down and 10. The Colonels marching near midfield, leading 14-0, 3:44. As another handoff, there's another big hole across the 50. First down across the 45 to the 43, and now the Colonels really starting to take over on the ground game.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting, Eric, like I said, they're not really diversifying the type of plays they're running. They're really running outside the ends and just continue to do it with either Wright or Williams, just continue to run that outside. So somehow McCracken County's defensive guys are getting boxed in there and just leaving that outside of the field wide open for these guys that, as we said at the beginning of the game, they're quick. And that's not the area that you want to give them. You want to keep them inside the tackles.
First down and 10 for the Colonels at the McCracken 43. 3:21 left. Fumbled in the backfield. Davis picks it up. Now trying to run with it. And he's actually going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Wonderful job by Trajon Davis. Could have been a loss of about 10 if he'd have just fallen on it. And instead he gets back to near the original line of scrimmage. Going to be a loss of just 1, which could have been a loss of about 10.
Yeah, could have been a loss of 10. Nice thing here is it was a nice tackle by McCracken County to keep him from getting loose, keeps the clock running. We're under 3 minutes. McCracken County can keep Henderson out of the end zone before half would be a really good stand for McCracken County going into halftime.
2nd and 11 now. As it's going to be a handoff. Nope, Davis keeps it. Has it across the 40 and brought down right across the 40 at the 37. Good to hear from Miss Sandy Sams listening in, actually watching tonight. Good to hear from you. As always, faithful supporter of McCracken Sports. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Henderson County. Big moment here for the D, 4-down territory. 3rd down and 7. 2:06 left in this first half. Snap. It is going to be over the middle. Wide open is Williams. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Colonels. A big score for Henderson right before half.
Yeah, Eric, that's painful there. That was the one thing we needed to do was keep him out of the end zone before going into half. And nice slant route there. The receiver got about a step past Noah Nyberg there and ended up executing that in for a touchdown. So nice call from Henderson's standpoint. Certainly makes this game a little bit more difficult than we'd hoped at halftime.
And so the extra point is up. It is good. How about the breakaway speed of Jaheim Williams, as he has now 3 touchdowns tonight, and all of which have featured the afterburners.
Yeah, they certainly, you know, both him and Wright, Williams and Wright, I mean, that combination of speed is just tough for McCracken County to compete with tonight. So it'll be interesting, Eric, here. We got 2 minutes left. If McCracken County can get the ball back, move it down inside the 20, get on that red zone, maybe get a touchdown here before halftime, get them back in the game, have that opportunity. And then Coach Smith's got to go in here at halftime. He's got to make some adjustments, particularly on the outside of the defensive line, to somehow keep these Wright and Williams boxed in inside the tackles, because we keep giving them that outside wide open field. These guys are going to be hard to slow down.
So it will be 21-0 now. Henderson County is on top. Warren Central leads Marshall County 24-7. 6:25 in the second quarter in Draffenville. As I'll look for more scores here tonight. It will be Graves County leading 28-7 over Muhlenberg County, I believe. Owensboro Catholic on top 26-0 over McLean County. 21-0 here. Henderson County with 1:55 left in this first half, as they will kick to Venable, who gets it at the 4. Brings it out to the 10, out towards the 20. Big hole, 30, 40, 45, 50. Has a man to beat down the left sideline. He will go down across the 30 to the 29. How about that return?
Eric, you know, one of the things, as I said earlier, is, you know, I thought Henderson really wisened up and weren't going to kick off to Jonathan Venables. For whatever reason, they decided again. That's a 70, almost 75-yard return right there, Eric. I think it was actually about 70 yards. And so, you know, one of the things is, just for the fans at home to know, is for Jonathan Venables, that carry right there puts him over 500 yards on kickoff returns.
Wow.
Thus far this season. He came into this game at almost 400. I think that's his third return tonight. So, you know, Venables, he's not the guy to be kicking off to for the opponents. He's a great guy to kick off to from McCracken County.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs on the Henderson 30. Lamb throws over the middle. Caught. Ruxer, 25. Gets near the first down marker at the 20. So we have 1:30 left in this first half. The Mustangs will operate quickly. It is going to be probably good enough for a first down. It is. So first down at the 20. 93 seconds left in this first half.
So, Eric, with McCracken County getting to 20, this is 7th time inside the red zone. So, for McCracken County, let's put some points on the board here and cut this lead at half.
7th time to charm. Lucky number 7. This is it. As it will be a snap. Lamb under a lot of pressure, and he sacks.
Clements got him, Eric. That's the first time we've seen Clements in the backfield. Brody's done a great job keeping him out of there, but there we saw the strength and speed of a Division I athlete there in Clemens.
He is going to Purdue, and Brody Phelps is one of the best offensive linemen you'll see in this state. But Sadiq Clements, when you're going to play Saturday football in the Big Ten, you're a different kind of player.
Yeah, and we saw it there. It's the first time we've seen it tonight. I've got to give Brody great credit, but
absolutely.
Clemens got loose there. We saw his speed. We saw his strength. No doubt about the sack. That's why he's the sack leader in the state of Kentucky.
Lamb drops back, throws towards the left. It's nearly picked off, as that was just off the fingertips. It is going to be a bad break, though, for the Mustangs, as it looks to be a penalty that will be against McCracken County, and will move it back even further. And so what looked to be a promising drive is now going backwards in a hurry. With 34 seconds left now, it looks like it may be number 7 might not be another chop block. And so that will go against the Mustangs. And so this drive now will be second, I'm sorry. No, that's after the play. Well, I don't know.
No, that's during the play.
Right.
So it was interesting here. They brought that back to the 38 before they started counting off the yards. I guess that's a spot foul.
It
sort
is.
of like a holding, so that's a spot foul. So they picked up that 15 yards from the 38, putting McCracken County back on their side of the field.
2nd and 41. I think that's less than ideal with my analysis offhand. 2nd and 41 is Lamb. Screen play out towards the right to Zeno. And not much doing, and that will bring him down right there, and that will do it for the first half, I believe. The Mustangs will let this go to the locker room. And so Mustangs are fighting hard. That's what you got to love against the number 4 team in the state of Kentucky. But Henderson County every bit as good as advertised. They lead here at the half 21-0 over the Mustangs. When we come back, we'll have the first half scoring. Estes Car, well, I'm sorry, the Mustangs are going to go for the Hail Mary.
They're going to. I think what Coach Smith, he was just letting the clock run out. I think he just wanted to make sure there wasn't any time left on the clock in case there was an interception. So he's going to back up and let Pryor use his arm, see if he can get one to the end zone from midfield.
There you go. And so the Mustangs will have one last opportunity. Can't say enough about these Henderson County Colonels. They have the belief, and I think it's a warranted belief, of a deep run in Class 6A playoffs that they feel like they can make the deepest run in Western Kentucky has made in a long time, and I see no reason to not believe that.
No, they've got, we've talked about them offensively. They got two speedsters and running back. They've got a quarterback that's equally as good at running the ball, and so you got three guys in the backfield, so three really positive offensive weapons. And when it's a rushing type of offensive weapon, that kind of offense chews up a lot of clock, though they score quickly. And then when you got a Clemens over here playing on the defensive line and another guy nearly 300 on the defensive line, this is just a stout defense overall. So their opportunity, Eric, to get in that Final Four or even better, they got a great opportunity this year.
So final chance for the Mustangs at the 50. Pryor drops back, going to air it down the left sideline, and that's going to fall incomplete. And that will do it for the first half. The bad news for the Mustangs is Pryor Lamb took a shot, and he is slow to get up, but he does get up and now starts to run towards the locker room, but he's definitely going to be met by trainer Aaron Swain as they will take a look at him at the half. That could be massive news here at the half. The Mustangs trail 21-0. We will have the first half scoring. Estes Chiropractic second half adjustments when we return. 99.5 The Fan.
We all have dreams, and at C-Plant Federal Credit Union, we can help make yours a reality. Whether it's your dream vacation, your dream home, or your dream home away from home, C-Plant will walk you through the process from application to closing. Call or visit any of our 9 local C-Plant branches and learn how you can enjoy all our member benefits and finance your dream. So don't wait. Get dreaming with C-Plant today.
Member NCUA, you know what it's like when you go to a new restaurant and then people ask you, what did you have? And you give a recommendation. Well, prepare to have a lengthy conversation if someone asks you that question about the Farm Restaurant in La Center. Everything they have is absolutely delicious. From salmon, shrimp, pork chops, steak, real burgers with quality meat, chicken salad so good your grandma will claim she made it herself. And don't forget dessert. The bar is open too. It's not too far to get great food at the farm. Hey, it's me, your car. Don't get me wrong, the washing is great. Love the big rolly brushes. But here's the thing. I'm getting hammered out here. The sun beats on me all day. Bugs, bugs, bugs! Rocks, tar, bird droppings. I'll be losing my youthful glow before you can say Western Kentucky window tinting. They can give me a ceramic coating and their XPEL brand paint protection film to keep me slick and shiny. Some leather seats would be nice too. Upgrade me, daddy, at Western Kentucky window tinting in Paducah and Murray.
Rudy's Farm Center is your locally owned farm, industrial, and hardware store in Keppel. Now, the Rudy family is proud to be a part of Mustang Nation. Why don't you come out and enjoy a bag of famous popcorn? It's just 10 minutes from the school campus out on Highway 60. While you're there, take a good look at the selection of Traeger wood pellet grills, a great addition for your tailgate party. At Rudy's Farm Center, down Highway 60 in Keppel.
It's football season, and no matter who you're rooting for this weekend, Mr. Cool is here to provide innovative HVAC solutions for your home or small business. With our famous patented DIY line or our brand new central ducted system, we help keep America cool in the summer and nice and cozy in the winter, all from right here in your community. So if the ref has you hot or quarterback play has you cold, visit MrCool.com and find out more about our innovative HVAC solutions. Mr. Cool, comfort made simple.
It's time to blow the whistle on low interest rates, mandatory fees, and limited ATM networks. Time for a new game plan. FNB's Your Start Checking and Savings Bundle will lead you to victory. Earn our premium interest rate of 1.55% APY on your first $15,000. Plus, enjoy nationwide ATM access and mobile deposits. We invite you to apply online at growwithfnb.com or stop by your nearest FNB office to get your start today. APY is annual percentage yield. Standard rate of 0.05% APY will apply to balances over $15,000. See bank for terms and conditions. FNB Bank, member FDIC.
Flooring is incredibly important when it comes to sports. It's also incredibly important when it comes to your home or business. You gotta see Flooring America for a full line of residential and commercial carpet, vinyl, laminate, area rugs, and custom tile. Their professional installers are fully insured. They have the area's largest selection of quality floor coverings for integrity, quality, and professional service. See Greg Dilworth at Flooring America, 5150 Heartland Drive, flooringamericapaducah.com.
When you need an attorney, there's lots to choose from. Shouldn't you pick a local firm with lawyers who've been here a long time? Part of this community, lawyers who know the prosecutors, the defense attorneys, and have a relationship with them. Things out-of-state lawyers call us to find out. We're friends and neighbors. We're in this together. We're the law firm of Edwards & Couts, and we're here 24/7. When you need an attorney, call 270-442-9000 around the clock. Edwards & Couts, your local law firm.
Are you dreaming about the perfect addition or update to your home? The equity in your house can turn into new opportunities. With a home equity loan at CFSB, you'll get customized, friendly service from our experienced lending team with loan serviced right here in your hometown. Start an application online today or stop by any of our 8 convenient locations in Marshall, Graves, McCracken, or Callaway counties. Go to yourlifeyourbank.com for more information. CFSB, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mustangs fighting hard, but have their hands full with an absolutely massive Henderson County ball club here tonight. 21-0 Henderson County here at the half. Let's take a look at the first half stats as we welcome you back to the Baird broadcast booth. And with those first half stats, it is Ivan Stevens.
Thanks, Eric. And you're all right. It is all Henderson County tonight. For Henderson County, total offensive yards, they have 300, 224 rushing, 76 passing. For McCracken, we have 122 total yards, 107 passing, 15 rushing. Individually for Henderson, rushing, Jordan Wright has 9 carries for 119 yards. Jahan Williams has 2 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown. Trajan Davis has 7 carries for 29 yards. And Vincent Emery has 1 carry for a loss of 1. Passing, Trajan Davis is 3 for 8, 76 yards, but 2 of those completions were for touchdowns. Pass receiving, Jackson Prendergraph has 2 catches for 38 yards. Jahan Williams has 1 catch for 38 yards, and they both have a touchdown apiece. For McCracken, rushing, Zeno Cornelius has 11 carries for 31 yards. Jonathan Venable has 1 carry for a loss of 8. Prior Lamb has 2 carries for a loss of 8. Passing, Prior Lamb is 7 for 13 for 107 yards, and he's been sacked once. Pass receiving, Jonathan Venable has 4 catches for 56 yards. Jack Bradley has 1 catch for 46 yards. Dylan Rexer has 1 catch for 10 yards. And Jordan Bridges has 1 catch for a loss of 5 yards.
Great job tonight, Ivan. We'll talk to you in the postgame, all right?
All right. See you then.
All right. That is your first half stats. At the half, McCracken trails Henderson County 21-0. We'll be back with the Estes Chiropractic second half adjustments next. 99.5 The Fan.
It's a tradition going back 50 years. Pizza out at Pizza Inn. It's more than just that with the Pizza Inn buffet. Thin crust, house pan, Italian-style pizzas, the biggest and best salad bar, the pasta bar, pepperoni twist, potato wedges, tots, soup, the Pizzert bar. Yeah, Pizzert. It's a pizza crust with dessert stuff on it. Topped with chocolate chips, strawberry, pineapple, Mississippi mud, Bavarian cream, birthday sprinkles, you name it, it's endless. Oh, leave room for ice cream at the Pizza Inn buffet. Open every day, 10:30 to 9 at Pizza Inn.
If you live with pain, you have good days and bad days. You deserve a pain-free life. And the first step is talking with your doctor about pain management with Dr. Ferdinand Salvacion at the Orthopedic Institute of Western Kentucky Pain Center. Dr. Salvacion specializes in pain management and will work with you to get you back to those good days. Talk to your primary care provider about pain management with Dr. Salvacion at the Orthopedic Institute of Western Kentucky.
Financial health can be life-changing. At CFSB, we're passionate about your financial health. With Money 360, you'll have the tools and services to assist you at every step of your financial journey. With community education, financial coaching, a youth program based on healthy money habits, and so much more, we hope to make an impact on our communities. Find out more today at yourlifeyourbank.com or stop by any of our 8 convenient locations to learn more about the financial health tools available in our digital banking platform and in our communities. CFSB, member FDIC.
Why do more people choose Baptist Health for their hearts? It's because we put you at the center of everything we do. From our treatment innovations and skilled teams who deliver care that revolves around your unique needs, to a comprehensive approach that keeps us by your side at every step. This is heart care that helps you return to the things your life revolves around, because this is heart care centered on you. Learn more at baptisthealth.com/heartcare.
Mustangs trail 21-0 our score as McCracken County going hard with Henderson County, but the Colonel's just massive and leading right now 21-0 our score. The Mustangs, though, competing. That's all you can ask. They have done that every game this season. And so that is our score at the half. McCracken County trails 21-0 as we welcome you back to the Estes Chiropractic, to the Baird broadcast booth. The Mustangs having a senior night festivity on the field before us tonight, and homecoming as well. So the homecoming ceremony going on at the moment. I want to give a shout out to Esley and Zeno Cornelius. This is from Sarah. Congrats, Esley, on your senior night. Love y'all and be safe. And go get them. As from Sarah listening in tonight. As also I go to Esley and Zeno's dad is listening and saying he loves you all. And so good to hear from the family of Esley and Zeno listening in tonight. That's a shout out brought to you by the Cellular Connection, your locally owned Verizon Wireless retailer on Lone Oak Road in Paducah. It's time now for our Estes Chiropractic second half adjustments. When you need that back adjustment, go see the Back Brothers. Kevin and Kelly Estes of Estes Chiropractic. They will get you in, adjusted, and out. Feeling better than ever in no time at all. The Back Brothers. Kevin and Kelly Estes of Estes Chiropractic, Central Avenue in Paducah. On the defensive side of the football, my friend, the Mustangs have one of the toughest tests when you have the top offense statistically in the state of Kentucky to go against tonight. They've had spurts of playing really strong football against this offense, but then the Colonels kind of just said, we're going to give it to our speedsters on the outside, and that has bared fruit for the Colonels.
It has, Eric. I think one of the things is Coach Smith's got to be talking about with his defense in there. They've played good ball. You're exactly right. You know, we've had them punt. We stopped them on a series there on 4th down. So McCracken County's defense is playing good, but one of the things is that maybe midway through that first quarter, going into the second quarter, Henderson County's coaching staff picked up on is really exploiting the outside. Those two guys are quick, Wright and Williams, and they really took advantage, and they've really opened up those outsides. So somehow Coach Smith and the staff's going to have to make an adjustment, keep Wright and Williams inside the tackles. When they were inside the tackles, McCracken County was stopping them. Once those guys cleared the end of that offensive line, it was really no holds barred, and they were doing a great job getting downfield. So I think one of the things I'm sure Coach Smith's talking with the defensive side of the ball is they've got to shut that end down. Somebody's got to get downfield across the line of scrimmage and push Wright and Williams back into the center of the field and keep them from the outside. That's the first adjustment they've got to make defensively. I think the other thing, unfortunately, tonight, and so let's talk a little bit about it, Eric. You know, they got 21 points on the board, but 2 of those 3 touchdowns came in passes, and they came in passes where guys were virtually wide open. They really, the first play in particular, the guy was 15 yards behind McCracken County secondary. The second time, a little more close, just 3 or 4 yards behind the safety there from McCracken County. But on both cases, 2 of their 3 touchdowns, which is unusual for Henderson County. They've been putting all their points on the board from the rushing game. They put 2 touchdowns on from the passing game. So, you know, McCracken County certainly prepared for a strong rushing offense, as you said, one of the top in the state, and they've kind of pulled a couple stops out and made nice passes. So the secondary is going to have to stay home, and they're going to have to stay aware that in certain situations, Henderson County is willing to pass the ball, and they can't let those receivers get behind them, or that score is going to continue to go up on long pass plays.
As that is your Estes Chiropractic second half adjustments. When you need that back adjustment, go see the Back Brothers, Kevin and Kelly Estes of Estes Chiropractic. They will get you in, adjusted, and out, feeling better than ever in no time at all. That's the Back Brothers, Kevin and Kelly Estes of Estes Chiropractic, Central Avenue in Paducah. When we come back, we will have the second half for you between the Mustangs and the Colonels at the half. Henderson County leads McCracken County 21-0.
It's football season, and no matter who you're rooting for this weekend, Mr. Cool is here to provide innovative HVAC solutions for your home or small business. With our famous patented DIY line or our brand new central ducted system, we help keep America cool in the summer and nice and cozy in the winter, all from right here in your community. So if the ref has you hot or quarterback play has you cold, visit MrCool.com and find out more about our innovative HVAC solutions. Mr. Cool, comfort made simple.
Financial health can be life-changing. At CFSB, we're passionate about your financial health. With Money 360, you'll have the tools and services to assist you at every step of your financial journey. With community education, financial coaching, a youth program based on healthy money habits, and so much more, we hope to make an impact on our communities. Find out more today at yourlifeyourbank.com or stop by any of our 8 convenient locations to learn more about the financial health tools available in our digital banking platform and in our communities. CFSB, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Craig Culver on Culver's Salted Caramel Concrete Mixers.
Summer just isn't complete without this treat. We take our frozen custard and add salted caramel. Then pick your favorite mix-in. Cookie dough, brownie pieces, or how about Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? We spin it by hand. I love seeing that caramel swirl through the custard. There it is. Come on in for the Culver's Salted Caramel Concrete Mixer. Welcome to Delicious.
Stop in at Culver's on Highway 60 in Paducah.
Why do more people choose Baptist Health for their hearts? It's because we put you at the center of everything we do. From our treatment innovations and skilled teams who deliver care that revolves around your unique needs, to a comprehensive approach that keeps us by your side at every step. This is heart care that helps you return to the things your life revolves around, because this is heart care centered on you. Learn more at baptisthealth.com/heartcare.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm that guy with all the bumper stickers. I'd rather be driving a golf ball, but I'm going to buy American-made products with my 5th grade honor student. And if you can read these stickers, you're driving too close. So when I brake for a dog, happens. So coexist with Allstate, where agents help keep you protected from mayhem.
Like me. Call Paducah Allstate agent Brendan Clifton today, subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Tonight's gonna be a good dang night.
Wake the kids, phone the neighbors. The Cleverleys are coming to the Kentucky Opry.
And I wouldn't walk 500 miles, and I wouldn't walk 500 more.
Coming to beautiful beautiful downtown Draffenville, the Kentucky Opry, Saturday, November 12th. If you like the words but wouldn't be caught dead listening to that kind of music, it's the Cleverleys to the rescue.
Here's an oldie but a goodie I think you're going to enjoy. That ain't it.
Making the world safe for country music, one song at a time. Here come the Cleverleys, coming to the Kentucky Opry, Saturday, November 12th.
Owner of a lonely heart.
For tickets, call the Opry or go to KentuckyOpry.com.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies.
The Cleverleys. These boys rock.
We all have dreams, and at Seaplant Federal Credit Union, we can help make yours a reality. Whether it's your dream vacation, your dream home, or your dream home away from home, Seaplant will walk you through the process from application to closing. Call or visit any of our 9 local Seaplant branches and learn how you can enjoy all our member benefits and finance your dream. So don't wait. Get dreaming with Seaplant today.
Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Mustangs trail 21-0 here at the half to the Henderson County Colonels. The Mustangs playing hard, but just a really strong Henderson County ball club on both sides of the football. Colonels lead at the half, 21-0 as we welcome you back to the Baird broadcast booth. If you're looking to roll over your 401k, open an IRA, maybe an investment account, or you're seeking financial advice, call my buddy Brent Hausman at Baird & Hausman Financial Group, 270-450-9900. Jimmy Garrett alongside me. I'm Eric Chumbler. Thanks for joining me from beautiful Marquette Stadium, McCracken County High School. The Mustangs trailing 21-0 here at the half. And Jimmy Garrett, the Mustangs, fighting hard and just not quite executing as well as the Colonels.
Yeah, you know, one of the things is, Eric, I think that, you know, when we look at this season, when we look at the record, McCracken County's record doesn't actually show how well this football team has played all season long, particularly since the 4th game forward. McCracken County's gained a lot of experience. The skilled players have really developed. And McCracken County's, and you look at it tonight, they've done some real positive things. They held Henderson to punt. They've held them on downs. That's great defense. McCracken County's moved the ball inside the red zone 2 times already tonight. So when you look at McCracken County's football team, you know, you look at the record and somebody says, man, that's a really difficult season at 2-6. Don't disagree with what the record is, but I think for the fans and for those of you listening at home, when you look at this football team, they just continue to play better and better, and I think they're playing good tonight.
Yes.
And so I think the situation is they need a stop. I think this first series after this kickoff is critical. If McCracken County could get a stop, get the ball back down inside the red zone and execute, this could be a ball game. So I don't think that McCracken County's out of this ball game, but I certainly think this first series of downs on Henderson's side is going to be critical to see what the outcome of this game is.
And so the Mustangs trail 21-0 here at the half. We do have news on the homecoming king and queen tonight, including, and actually it was a Mustang that won the homecoming king. The queen is Mallory High. Congratulations to her. The king, Esley Cornelius, is a homecoming king tonight. Congratulations to Esley Cornelius and Mallory High, the homecoming king and queen for homecoming tonight here at McCracken County. 21-0 our score. The Mustangs trail at the half. When we come back, the second half between McCracken County and Henderson County when we return to the Baird broadcast booth, McCracken County High School, 99.5 The Fan.
Financial health can be life-changing. At CFSB, we're passionate about your financial health. With Money 360, you'll have the tools and services to assist you at every step of your financial journey. With community education, financial coaching, a youth program based on healthy money habits, and so much more, we hope to make an impact on our communities. Find out more today at yourlifeyourbank.com or stop by any of our 8 convenient locations to learn more about the financial health tools available in our digital banking platform and in our communities. CFSB, member FDIC.
Rudy's Farm Center is your locally owned farm, industrial, and hardware store in Keppel. Now, the Rudy family is proud to be a part of Mustang Nation. Why don't you come out and enjoy a bag of famous popcorn? It's just 10 minutes from the school campus out on Highway 60. While you're there, take a good look at the selection of Traeger wood pellet grills, a great addition for your tailgate party. At Rudy's Farm Center, down Highway 60 in Capital.
Hungry but still want a good deal? McDonald's is the place to go, so look no further. Get a sausage biscuit and a hash brown for just $2.50 to start your day the great way. And for lunch, you can choose between a McDouble, a McChicken, or a 4-piece chicken McNugget, all paired with an order of crispy fries for just $3. Now that's a delicious lunch deal. And don't forget, slushies have arrived at McDonald's. Your delicious cool treat for those hot summer days. And you can find it all at McDonald's.
Mustangs trail 21-0 here at the half to Henderson County, the number 4 team in the States. Alongside Jimmy Garrett, I'm Eric Chumler back here in the Baird broadcast booth at Marquette Stadium. The Mustangs will start on the defensive side of the football for the second half, my friend, and a chance to see if they're able to stop this high-flying Colonel attack.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what adjustments Coach Smith made, as I said, to keep these two running back inside the tackle. So it'll be interesting to see if McCracken County can adjust tonight to the speed that Henderson brings. I think if they can, they've got a fighting chance tonight. So this first series of downs is going to be really critical for McCracken County to see how they've improved after halftime, and can they slow down the Wright Williams running duel that we've seen so far in this first half from Henderson County.
And so both teams about to break their huddles and sidelines to start this second half. And the Mustangs will have the opportunity to kick to the Colonels. Future's bright for this McCracken County ball club, as getting better each week. JV and freshman club having great seasons. Freshman ended with a win over Marshall County, a large win over Marshall County's JV last night. And the middle school, 7th grade, is playing, I believe, in the state finals or around there in the state tournament. We wish them the best of luck. Quite the bright future for the Mustangs on the gridiron. And Coach Smith very excited for the present and the future of McCracken County football. It will be Hutchins to kick off. And it's an end-over-end kick that goes out of bounds at the 35. Flag will come out. It is going to be in the championship game of the Southwest Kentucky Middle School Tournament tomorrow versus Drakes Creek Middle School. So thank you, as Julie Mitchell passed along that note to me, alongside David Dodd as well. And I want to thank both Julie Mitchell and David Dodd. You don't see them if you're at the game because they're behind you. They are here night in and night out for many years supporting these kids. I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to each of them to my right. They do a wonderful job.
They do, Eric. They keep everything straight. They keep me and you straight from time
That's
to time.
That's the truth. They love to jump on me. Good friends indeed. It will be Henderson County to start with the football. And it is going to be a toss to the quick. Jaheim Williams cuts it up at the 40. My goodness. 50, 40, he may be gone. 20, 15, he may have pulled up lane. 10, 5, touchdown Jaheim Williams, but he's grabbing his hamstring. And he goes down. So that's bad news for Henderson County. Hopefully just a cramp, but mercy, is he fast.
He is, Eric. He got that corner. I've been worried about that corner all night. He took advantage of that corner we saw in the first half, got around the corner there. And one of the things is, Eric, you said it, you take him and Wright, both of them are quick. I think Williams is a little bit quicker, man. He is really, really elusive. I think that's the second play we've seen tonight where no one ever put a hand on him.
He is just so incredibly fast. And so it will be extra point opportunity for Henderson County, scoring in their first play of scrimmage this second half. Extra point is up. It is good, as that with 11:48 left in the third quarter, Henderson County leads 28-0. I got to give Henderson County credit. They have what it takes to compete with some of the Louisville schools when you consider they do have the size up front that you need to compete. They have the speed that you need to compete, and they've got a big mobile quarterback. I'm not saying that they will compete, but the pieces are there for Henderson County to compete for a deep run.
They do. I mean, when you look at it, Eric, and you describe it well, they've got all the pieces. I mean, to get a deep run in the state in these big school division, get an opportunity for state championship, you can't just have one or two skilled players. You've got to have, like we've seen tonight, a deep offense, giant defensive line from that standpoint, skilled players on the offensive side. So, we played Henderson County. We're up on them, I think, 8-3 as far as the record's concerned. But certainly tonight we see a Henderson County team that's got an opportunity to go deep in the state playoffs. So, Eric, they're getting lined up to kick off. McCracken County's going to get a shot at it here as soon as the second half started after that one-play drive. So, opportunity for McCracken County to get this back and with plenty of time on the clock.
And so it will be Henderson County to kick. And it's a beautiful end-over-end kick. They're going to let Venable return it. Nope, I'm sorry, it will go out of bounds. And the Mustangs will have it after the illegal procedure. And it will be first down for the Mustangs, trailing 28-0. And the Mustangs will have the attack, or they may let Henderson re-kick. We'll see what they choose to do. They're going to, I think, make Henderson re-kick it and see if we can get better field position from it.
Eric, it'll be interesting to see if they re-kick it back to Jonathan Venables.
That's right.
They saw what he could do. All three times he's returned the ball tonight, he's had great returns. And so it'll be interesting to see now that they're getting backed up a few yards, giving Jonathan a little bit closer start. Be interesting to see if they advise themselves not to kick it to Jonathan and just kick it short. I'd be honest, if I was a special teams coach for Henderson, I'd kick this one short and not give Jonathan an opportunity to really help McCracken County get some good field position.
And so the re-kick, as it actually goes off the tee at the 35. Replace it on the tee. And McCracken will re-kick once again. And so the kick, it's going to go to Venable. He's going to get the chance at the 15. Full head of steam out to the 20, 25. Cuts it up right side at the 30, 40, 50, 45, 40. Takes it down inside the 30 to the 28. Thank you, Henderson County.
Eric, I just have to laugh a little bit because, these coaches watch film. We've seen it all season. I'll be honest, I said he's got about 500 yards coming into that last run where he got over here on their side of the field.
Love it.
He picked up another 50, 55 yards there, so he's leaning towards the 600 mark. So I've got to ask Henderson's special team coach the question after the game is, why do you keep kicking off to Jonathan Venable? We love it, and we hope you continue to do it. But from a coaching perspective on Henderson's sideline, I'd probably make a different decision.
As that sets McCracken in great field position and a chance to capture some momentum. On the Henderson 30, Pryor drops back under pressure, throws towards a left, cut, touchdown Mustangs! It's Venable. But
it's Jonathan Venable. So, Eric, one thing we got to give credit to, they kicked it off to about the 20, and it looked like McCracken County covered it.
It was dropped, I believe. It was dropped, and so it'll make it 2nd and 10. We were kind of cut off from view, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's bad. I thought Jonathan had
I
that
did
from the
too.
view we had. I did not see him drop that ball.
That was an
excellent call.
Oh, mercy. Pryor has been perfect in his accuracy. Credit to Pryor Lamb. He is having a wonderful senior season. So 2nd and 10. See if the Mustangs can do it again. It is going to be a handoff, and it's fumbled. And the Mustangs fall on it. The run game, you mentioned it's just not there tonight. And right now the Mustangs, that's what's killed the Mustangs when they try to get deep. They try some sort of a run play that's just not there. And that now makes it 3rd and 14.
Yeah, Eric, we said it at the pregame, one of the best running defenses in 6A is Henderson County. We've seen it here tonight. I think the total yardage there at halftime was 15 yards. looks like Zeno lost about 4 or 5, so we're probably at a total of 10 rushing yards tonight. It's just too big a front defensive line for Henderson County from McCracken County to be running against them here tonight.
3rd down, 14. And McCracken jumped, and it continues to move backwards for the Mustangs. Now it becomes 3rd and 19. Absolutely love it. We can hear our head official with no issues. Strong set of pipes. He was right in the middle of the football field. We're all the way up here in the press box, and I could hear every word of that.
Yep, you can. I've got to agree with you. I mean, we've even got our headsets on.
That's
We
right.
can hear him fine, and so he definitely keeps the crowd informed of what the penalty is.
Yes, he does. 3rd down and 19 now for the Mustangs on the Henderson 38. Snap, dropping back is Lamb. He's looking down the left sideline for Bridges. It's incomplete, and that will be 4th down, and the Mustangs will punt. So it looks like a promising drive, almost a touchdown for the Mustangs, but it will end in a punting situation for the Mustangs. And
Eric, I think Coach Smith may go for it.
all right, there
I
you
think
go.
he's putting
Sounds
Pryor
good.
back out on the field.
All right. So you got nothing to lose. I like it. You're down 4 scores, and at worst, Henderson gets it on their own 38. So I agree with it. Great call.
And if you punt in end zone, you've only picked up 18 yards.
That's right. And it's a low snap. Dropping back is Lamb under some pressure. Airs it down the left side, but it's nowhere around it. It'll be a turnover on downs, and Henderson will take over at the 38. So it was a promising start, but a run play that didn't materialize, and a penalty moved it back, and just a little bit too much for the Mustangs to overcome. Henderson County will take over 1st down and 10 on their own 38.
Yeah, Eric, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's the second nice return by Jonathan Venables on a kickoff, and McCracken County starting down near Henderson's 30 and not being able to really move the ball. So another lost opportunity for McCracken County on Henderson County's side of the field.
28-0, Colonels on top, 10-11 3rd quarter. Snap, it is going to be play action. Looking to air it down the middle of the field. It's over the intended receiver. Nice job by Jack Bradley in coverage. That'll make it 2nd and 10. Second and 10 for the Colonels. 28-0 our score. Henderson on top, 10 minutes in this 3rd quarter. Mustangs have had opportunities tonight, just can't quite find that magic formula for the end zone just yet. And credit the Colonels for that as well. Second and 10. Snap. It is going to be quarterback keeper. Big hole, 50, 45, 40. And inside the 30, cuts it up, and he'll go down at the 18. That's another element we mentioned that Henderson County has is number 11 for Henderson County. Trajan Davis is a 6-foot quarterback and very physical, very fast.
Yeah, we've not seen him run a lot. McCracken County's really been able to keep him under 5 yards, but right there, it was a design play. It was a design keeper for Davis. And I think McCracken County was keeping a good eye on right there and just lost track of where Davis was. He took advantage really straight up through the middle of McCracken County's defensive line.
So to make it 1st down for the Colonels inside the 20. As it is going to be another keeper, Davis. He is untouched into the end zone for the touchdown. Actually hit right in the end zone. And it will be 6 for Davis. 18 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Eric, so far Henderson's come out strong the second half. They've only ran 4 plays from the line of scrimmage. Put 2 touchdowns on the board just in 4 plays. So, you know, both teams got to make adjustments. It looks like Henderson found some other weak areas, they think, in McCracken County's defense, and they're exploiting them, and it looks like they're doing it through keepers. quarterback keeper, and 2 plays in a row there, Davis picked up a little better than 50 yards.
Going for 2 to try to get the running clock is Henderson County. And it is going to be a successful attempt, and the running clock will begin. 9:10 left in this third quarter. Henderson County leads 36-0. And can't say enough, this Henderson County attack this second half, unbelievable.
Yeah, you know, one of the things is, Eric, that you and I talked about off the air, I didn't mention it during the pregame, but, you know, one of the things is when you statistically look at Henderson County, they have had numerous, and I mean numerous, scoring drives that are less than 3 plays. And right here tonight, we saw 1-play drive and a 3-play drive, and they put 14 points on the board. If you look back at their game against Davis County last week, they really did the same thing in the second half. It was a close game, and then they just turned it loose in the second half. So, you know, McCracken County's getting a taste of the real competitiveness of Henderson, why they're ranked 4th in the state. And, you know, when a team can score almost at will, somewhere between 1 and 3 plays per drive, they're going to put a lot of points on the board, and that's what we see here tonight with Henderson in the last, what are we looking at, Eric? 1:50 so far in the second half.
That's right. So the Mustangs will get the football back, trailing 36-0, 9-10 third quarter. And it will be Xavier Cruz to kick off for the Colonels. And so the kick is a short onside kick. I don't often like seeing onside kicks after you achieve the running clock, but
no, I'll be honest with you, it's a little distasteful from Henderson's standpoint. I mean, they're up 36-0, and really not a need to do that. They've got this game in hand after this first 2 minutes of the second half, so a little disappointment to see Henderson do that.
Agree.
If you and I recall, Tillman did that at the beginning of the season. They were up 21-0. They did onside kicks. So, you know, it's a little disappointing when you see your competitors really wanting to add a little bit of salt to the wound here tonight. So a little disappointing in Henderson on that call.
So first down for the Mustangs after returning the onside kick on the 45. It is going to be a handoff to Zeno. He's hit at the line and dropped as a hard hit on the play by Braden Marks. That'll make it 2nd and 9. With 7:55 left in this third quarter. The Mustangs come to the line. Zeno in the backfield with Pryor Lamb. Gets the snap. Pryor throws right side. It is caught to Bradley across a 50, 45, inside the 40 to the 33.
Eric, that was a nice pass play. Like I said, there was a quick throw out there to Bradley. Bradley picked up another 12 to 14 yards after he made the catch. You know, I'd like to see McCracken County just continue to run these quick type of out or slant type passes. They've been successful at it all night long. And so, you know, if McCracken County totally abandons the running game and just plays this quick pass game, I think they've got an opportunity to finally put some points on the board.
And so first down for the Mustangs inside the 35 at the 33. As Lamb drops back under some pressure, he'll get sacked back at the 40.
Eric, we've got to see what Clements looked like right there. I mean, I'll tell you what, it looked like he jumped off sides. He got in the backfield so quick. You know, no one even got a hand on him as far as blocking him out there. There's where you really see a Division I athlete standing out tonight. He was in the backfield in a matter of 2 seconds. He was on Pryor.
Just such a big defensive front for the Colonels. And again, that's what you need if you want to compete with some of the Louisville schools in 6A, along with the skill players, the speed. Not saying Henderson County will be able to do it, but they have a recipe for it. 2nd and 17. for the Mustangs, and they'll take a timeout with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Mustangs trail 36-0.
We all have dreams, and at Seaplant Federal Credit Union, we can help make yours a reality. Whether it's your dream vacation, your dream home, or your dream home away from home, Seaplant will walk you through the process from application to closing. Call or visit any of our 9 local Seaplant branches and learn how you can enjoy all our member benefits and finance your dream. So don't wait. Get dreaming with Seaplant today.
Member NCUA Equal Housing
Hey,
Lender.
it's me, your car. Don't get me wrong, the washing is great. Love the big rolly brushes. But here's the thing. I'm getting hammered out here. The sun beats on me all day. Bugs, bugs, bugs! Rocks, tar, bird droppings. I'll be losing my youthful glow before you can say Western Kentucky window tinting. They can give me a ceramic coating and their XPEL brand paint protection film to keep me slick and shiny. Some leather seats would be nice too. Upgrade me, daddy, at Western Kentucky Window Tinting in Paducah and Murray.
Mustangs trail 36-0 as we continue. 6 minutes left in this third quarter. Alongside Jimmy Garrett, I'm Eric Chumler as Pryor drops back, looking towards the left side for Bridges. It's overthrown, but it's going to be pass interference on Henderson County. And so that'll give the Mustangs a nice advantage as they needed to do a 2nd and 17. So that's going to help a lot and push the football back further into Henderson County territory. And so we await the official to give the initial signal. It's pass interference on Henderson County. And it will be, with it being 17 to go, it'll be 2nd and 2 for Henderson County, or for McCracken County. 2nd down. And so 2nd and 2. As McCracken lines towards the line on the 25. Snap, it is Zeno, and he tries to scramble forward, but just not much there. He maybe got towards the marker, needed 2, and they're going to give it to him. Going to say first down.
That's great. And McCracken County picked that. I've got to say one thing here. That was a favorable spot for McCracken County there. You know, I didn't think Zeno picked that up. The referee gave it to him. It's a good break for McCracken County here in the third quarter to pick up this first down. Gives them an opportunity, Eric. Here we are again at the 23-yard line, just 3 yards outside the red zone. This will be the 9th time McCracken County has been in the red zone in 2 games. And let's hope we can put some points on the board.
That's right. That's what the Mustangs are pushing for here. First down is actually timeout for the Mustangs with 4:35 left in this third quarter. The Mustangs trail 36-0. Reminder that next week we will be in Christian County at Christian County High School. The Mustangs and Christian County for the regular season finale. You can join us for the Buffalo Wild Wings pregame show at 6 o'clock with kickoff at 7 o'clock from the Stadium of Champions in Hopkinsville, Christian County High School. You will have your first experience at the Stadium of Champions in Hoptown, I believe.
Yeah, we talked about that the other night. I don't think I've been over there to this stadium. I think this is the first opportunity. This is, of course, the 5th season, Eric, I've been with you, but I think this is my first opportunity to go over there. So anxious to go over there. I think it's a good opportunity for McCracken County to pick up their 3rd win of the season and pick up some momentum going into the playoffs.
And so first down for the Mustangs on the Henderson County 23, 4:35 left in this third quarter. Mustangs trail 36-0. As play action, Pryor over the middle. Great pass to Bradley for the touchdown. Jack Bradley for 6.
Yeah, Eric, you know, all night long I've said McCracken County, this quick pass game's working for them. Pryor didn't have the ball in his hands, but maybe 2, maybe 3 seconds, and hit Jack at full speed. One of the things you got to say, Eric, there, the credit goes to Pryor there, man. He made a nice
he did.
line drive pass straight across the middle, hit Jack in full stride, And Jack made a nice catch, but from Pryor's standpoint, that was a rifle of a pass there.
It was, as David Dodd said to my right, couldn't agree more, a well-thrown ball. A perfect strike. I believe 18 yards. Is the snap good? Hold good. Kick is up. It is good with 4:30 left in this third quarter. The Mustangs on the board. It's 36-7. We'll keep it right here. Jimmy Garrett. Nice throw, nice catch, nice drive for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it's excellent. You know, Eric, like I said, and finally, I think the thing I'm excited about is this 8th time we've been down there inside the red zone, in this case just a few yards outside the 20, and McCracken County finally gets on the board. So 2 weeks of playing really state champion or state champion potential teams, and McCracken County finally executes inside or down close to the 20 and gets it on the board. So, you know, hopefully, Eric, now that McCracken County's got this first touchdown, we can continue to carry on, maybe get a score or two more on this running clock and lead McCracken County into some positive offense next week against Christian County.
That's right. And so the Mustangs will kick back off to the Colonels. Watch for anything sneaky potentially.
Yeah, you know, one of the things this coach practices at, I'm out of practice. Sometimes they do practice onside kicks. He's got Sebastian Hutchins in there doing a lot of different type of kicks. To be honest with you, Eric, it wouldn't be a bad time. You got a running clock. You know, they've already put 36 points on the board. You don't have a whole lot to lose right here. So I'll be honest, if I was Coach Smith, I'd take a chance on an onside kick here and get an opportunity to maybe put some more points on the board.
Sebastian Hutchins will do the honor for the Mustangs. Great crowd tonight from Mustang Nation. Could not be any more impressed with the way this community supports McCracken County High School. Watched it for a decade now. In every sport, they always support.
They do. You know, sometimes, Eric, we go and see other teams play as we travel, and you see teams that really have good ball teams, and the fans are barely there. And so, you know, that is one thing I've got to agree with you. I love McCracken County. I took a walk there at halftime down to the concession stand. I could barely get through. There's so many fans here on McCracken County side of the field.
Wonderful support all year long. And so the Mustangs will try the onside kick. It's a beauty and perfectly placed. But give credit to Henderson County. They get it. I want to give a shout out to Sebastian Hutchins. That's exactly how you draw it up. A couple of bounces, then the high bounce right when it gets to the Colonels. But the Colonels just made a great play.
That guy made a great jump up there. Number 26, I'm not sure who that was. It was Anthony Burris. He made a great catch. He's only 5'7". He made a really nice leaping catch. That would have got over his head. It looked like Venerables was on the outside there. I think Jonathan would have had an opportunity to recover that. It would have been a good point for McCracken County, but unlike you, Sebastian Hutchins did a nice job executing that.
And so the Colonels take over on their own 48, leading 36-7. 3:20 left in this third quarter, as it will be a handoff to the back. That goes to Anthony Burris, and he's brought down just beyond the 50. Open field tackle for the Mustangs by Frankie Nutt. Extracurriculars in the secondary now broken up. Just friends saying hello. How you doing? Halloween plans? Good seeing you.
Yeah, Eric, it was. Got a little chippy there.
It did.
Just for a moment. This has been a good ball game. I think, you know, the last ball game with South Warren, it really got chippy between the two teams. That's the first that we've seen tonight, and referees made sure it didn't get out of hand quickly. So hopefully that won't be an issue that we saw against South Warren.
No flags thrown, just conversation about if you're dressing up for Halloween. It was friendly, civil.
I think you made a good call.
That's right. Second down and 7 for the Colonels on the McCracken 49. That'll hand off to Burris. Open field tackle at the line. It's about a couple of yards. It was almost brought down behind the line. I think it was Esley. Almost got him in the back field, but just missed him. But only 2 more yards on the game. Third and about 4. The bells chime. Third down and 4. For the Colonels on the McCracken 46. It is going to be a keeper as it goes across the 45. Not for the first down, across the 40. inside the 40 to the 35, as it looked to be for the Colonels. Backup quarterback is Max Thompson. And nice sportsmanship as he helped up the Mustang that brought him down.
Yeah, he's played a little bit. When you look at the stats, Eric, for the year, Max Thompson, he's played some. He's been real accurate. From a passing standpoint, he's completed 80% of his passes. So putting him in the game here necessarily doesn't take away a lot from Henderson County's offense.
First down and 10 for the Colonels. On the McCracken 35, Mustangs lead 36-7 with 1:10 left in this third quarter. It's going to be a toss to Burris, trying to stretch it towards the left. It cuts it up across the 30, big hole across the 25, brought down around the 21. That didn't look like much was going to materialize there, and give credit to the patience of Burris to wait for that hole to really take place.
Yeah, he strung that play out almost to the left-hand out-of-bounds line there over on Henderson County side, and then made a quick cut upfield and ended up picking up about 15 yards. So I got to agree with you. He was patient. I didn't think he really was going to pick up anything. McCracken County played it well down the line of scrimmage, but he found the gap there and made a nice run.
That'll make it first down inside the 20 to the 19 with 25 seconds left in this third quarter. 36-7 Henderson County. Is Burris, nope, going to be a keeper. Thompson, 20, 15, inside, and a load of flags come down at the line. Somebody saw something. Several somebodies saw something. That brought out 3 flags. That's convincing that an infraction occurred. It's going to be against Henderson County. That will bring it back. Looks to be holding against the Colonels. Not often you see 3 flags come out, but you did there. Legal hands to the face against Henderson County. That may have been why it was so noticeable by the officials. So that makes it first and long for Henderson County. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. We are through 3. The Mustangs trail the Colonels 36-7. Fourth quarter when we return, 99.5 The Fan.
It's time to blow the whistle on low interest rates, mandatory fees, and limited ATM networks. Time for a new game plan. FNB's Your Start Checking and Savings Bundle will lead you to victory. Earn our premium interest rate of 1.55% APY on your first $15,000. Plus, enjoy nationwide ATM access and mobile deposits. We invite you to apply online at growwithfnb.com or stop by your nearest FNB office to get your start today. APY is annual percentage yield. Standard rate of 0.05% APY will apply to balances over $15,000. See bank for terms and conditions. FNB Bank, member FDIC.
Craig Culver on Culver's Salted Caramel Concrete Mixers.
Summer just isn't complete without this treat. We take our frozen custard and add salted caramel. Then pick your favorite mix-in. Cookie dough, brownie pieces, or how about Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? We spin it by hand. I love seeing that caramel swirl through the custard. There it is. Come on in for the Culver's Salted Caramel Concrete Mixer. Welcome to Delicious.
Stop in at Culver's on Highway 60 in Paducah.
Mustangs trail 36-7 as we start this fourth quarter, and the beautiful Marquette Stadium, 10th year of existence here at Marquette Stadium, about to come to completion tonight as Henderson County leads the Mustangs 36-7. As we welcome you back to the Baird broadcast booth. Thompson throws over the middle. It's a receiver that drops it inside the 5. It'll be 2nd and 16 for the Colonels from their own, or from the McCracken 25. Jimmy Garrett, the Mustangs have fought hard all night, but mercy, are the Colonels ever bit deserving of the number 4 ranking in the state?
They are. I mean, we've seen one of the best teams, and to be honest with you, Eric, even if we go back to the Bowling Green team, Bowling Green game, I don't know if this isn't the best team we've seen on the field against McCracken County all season.
They are very talented, is Henderson County. 2nd and 16 is handoff to Burris. Shakes and bakes at the 25, and then hit hard at the 20. Brought down at the 19. It was looked like a hard hit delivered from McCracken County by Q Bailey. And that'll make it 3rd and about 10.
You know, one thing, Eric, I want to point out tonight, really for me and you and for the fans on the air is, you know, Wright and Williams have had a lot of yards tonight from a rushing standpoint. One of the things in the pregame you and I were talking. I think you were still on the air with the Superintendent Carter, but the radio guy from over there at Henderson noted that even though they're losing these 2 senior quick running backs, he's got another one, and I'm assuming he's talking about Anthony Burris. They don't lose a lot of speed when he walks on the field.
He's very talented for sure. Henderson's going to lose a lot of size and talent, but getting Burris back will help as Thompson surrounded. He finds a way to escape. Credit to Thompson across the 15 to the 13. He had, I feel like, Mustangs on every direction he turned and somehow managed to get to a manageable 4th and probably about 4 for Henderson County.
Yeah, it looked like particularly Esley Cornelius. I thought Esley was going to get him in the backfield. He was coming up behind him, and he made just a nice move there just to get out of the reach of Esley Cornelius, and he ended up picking up about 7 yards after he got away from Esley. So credit him. I've got to give a little bit of credit to Thompson. That was a nice play on his behalf because certainly that looked like a sack.
4th and 4 for Henderson County. As it will be Burris gets the first down across the 10, then fumbles it, and the Mustangs pick it up at the 1. And so it'll be Mustang football at the 1. And so the Mustangs get the turnover. Now, the positive way to look at it is you have a lot of field to work with to try to improve for next week.
You do. 99 yards to go here. So I think if McCracken County can execute a good play out of this first down and get a little bit of field position that they can work with and not be backed up in their own end zone,
I just noticed
an opportunity to drive the field.
They still have their defensive starters in. Interesting. With 8.5 minutes left. Don't often see that. And so we're going to have a QB sneak just to try to get a little bit off the goal line. And whistles come blowing in. I think the Mustangs may have jumped, which instead of 1st and 10 will be 1st and 10 and a couple inches. And so it will move McCracken back. Nowhere. 1st and 10.
Yeah, Eric, I stepped over here on the other side just to take a look. The back tip of that football, I don't think, Eric, you could put a sheet of paper between the back tip of the football and the front of that goal line.
Oh, mercy. And so Kyra Lamb does a nice job just diving forward and getting a couple of yards to make it 2nd and 9 from the 3. Much more comfortable is not the word I want to use, but you at least have breathing room for operation.
Yeah, like I said, Eric, I don't think you could have put a sheet of paper between that ball. And so now they got at least, you got to clear out to the 3. So they got a pretty good opportunity there, getting the ball out to the 3-yard line.
I love the exchange between Braden Marks and I think Jordan Bridges as they were hyping back and forth with each other, giving each other a pat on the head. Good sportsmanship as Lamb hands it off to the back, but it is going to be brought down at the 1 with this defensive unit still in for Henderson County. And so it'll be 3rd and back to 10 for the Mustangs. Really risking just potential injury at this point with some players that you need for a playoff run if you're Henderson County.
Yeah, Eric, to me, you're right. I mean, you got Clemens on the field, and you got a running clock, and, you know, this game's pretty out of reach, so why would you take that risk?
And so the Mustangs to pass, and Lamb going to air it out down the left side. A wonderful throw when you consider he was thrown off his back foot, but it's incomplete. Great coverage on the play by the Colonels. And Clements was all up in Lamb, which is even more credit to Pryor. He was pretty much on the money. But credit to Colonels, they had really good coverage. And the Mustangs will have to punt. As the Mustangs looking to quick punt, catching the Colonels off guard a little bit. And a nice sidewinding punt with little room to work with. Takes great bounce. The Colonel's going to return it from the 45. There's a bit of a push in the back. The Colonels have a lot of room across the 30. This is Jaheim Williams. He's still in as he goes inside the 10. Wow.
Yeah, I think, Eric, he returned that 40 yards.
He is
Williams.
impressive.
Yeah, a lot of speed there. Maybe a missed call or two there.
I think that could be
a little block in the back here around the 40, 45-yard line that maybe was missed, but gave him a little bit of extra room on that side of the field, but not called. So McCracken County's going to have to play defense here inside the 10.
And so, let's see if the starters come out for Henderson County completely. As the running clock was achieved a few minutes into the third quarter, but Henderson County still starters in with 5.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. See if they fully switch out. Interesting. So it will be first down for the Colonels inside the 10 at the 9. Snap. It is going to be a handoff. That is to Pendergraft, and he's brought down around the line. And the clock will continue to run. Second and goal from the 9.
That was Esley Cornelius. That was a nice tackle. That guy there, that number 5, Eric, Jackson Pendergraft, he's just as quick, it looks, as Williams and Wright. So it looked like he had an opportunity to make that corner, but got to give Esley Cornelius credit. He did a good job bringing him to a halt there and really not letting him pick up any yardage.
Second and goal from the 9. 4.5 minutes left in this contest. As it is going to be a throw over the middle. It's nearly picked off, incomplete.
You know, Eric, you asked the question there, did they take their starters out on that particular play? They had both Williams and Wright on the field.
I am shocked. You have a lot that you're trying to play for beyond tonight. In a game that's become a little chippy, you don't want to risk any sort of injury. I will not understand that. I just don't. Second and or third and goal from the 9. Quick throw over the middle. It is dropped, and it'll be fourth and goal from the 9 now. Fourth down for the Colonels on the 9, 3.5 minutes left. And again, if you're just joining us, 36-7 Henderson County, that's not indicative of the Mustang effort tonight. It's just Henderson County, really good. Tip your hat to the Colonels. They have a good nucleus to try and make a run at some big 6A honors. Is dropping back to pass yet again. They throw towards the right side. It's caught for the touchdown. And so Henderson County continues to pour it on. Jordan Wright.
Yep, that was Jordan Wright coming out of the backfield to make that catch.
And so Colonels really want to pour it on. They make it now 42-7 with another starter for a touchdown. Extra point coming. As snap's good, hold good, kick is up. It is good with 2:58 left in this game. The Colonels take a 43-7 lead. And so now it will be McCracken County for the final possession.
Yeah, Eric, it gives McCracken County, they got almost 3 minutes left on the board. It gives McCracken County an opportunity. It'd be interesting to see if Coach Smith can put his offense on the field here, run a hurry-up offense, see if they can get a score. Good opportunity to practice that hurry-up offense that, you know, might become instrumental in the playoffs when they get to the playoffs. So I hope, to be honest with you, Eric, that Coach Smith runs a hurry-up offense, at least attempts to put another touchdown up on the board here and just give his offense that much more experience going into next week's game against Christian County.
And so the Mustangs to receive the kickoff from the Colonels. Colonels did try an onside kick last go-around. It's not out of the realm of possibility. You have to be on guard for.
No, I think the interesting point of this kickoff, Eric, is will they kick it to Jonathan Daniels another time? And, it's just interesting. Like I said, as a special teams coach, you think you'd watch the video and say, hey, this is the one guy. You got 11 guys on the field. This is the one guy we don't want to kick it to.
That's right.
And tonight they've been willing to kick it to him, and Jonathan showed that it's a skill set he has.
Just a wonderful talent, to say the least. 2:58 left, 43-7. Henderson County is on top. And it's another onside kick, and the Colonels get it. Unbelievable. They're going to try and run it back. I do not understand. I just don't. And I'm not going to say anything further on it. The Colonels will get the football inside the 50 at the 45. You're up 43-7, 2 onside kicks since the running clock. The Colonels will take over first down and 10.
Yeah, Eric, I'm like you. I'm not sure what to say positive about that. Henderson could say, well, we're practicing our onside kick for somewhere later in a playoff run. But when you're up 43-7, you got a district opponent here that, quite frankly, has beat you 8 out of 11 times, and you decided you're really going to add some salt to the wound. Unfortunately, Eric, that's where sometimes hard feelings get built, and rivalries can really get a little bit heated as the years build.
And especially with the starters on the defensive side of the football and offensive side of the football still in the game. Jaheim Williams coming out, Jordan Wright coming out. I will not understand this. I have not seen this really in 10 years of football.
Yeah, and one thing, Eric, that you said, Henderson's got a great opportunity to run deep.
Why risk it?
Why risk? You could take one of these two guys right here and get a high ankle sprain or just an ankle twist or injure a knee, right here at the end of the game on a running clock, and you're down a real weapon that you've got for the playoffs. So from Coach Boston's standpoint, I'm just not sure why he's taking that risk either. I've got to agree with you.
As they're doing the victory formation, and so the Mustangs fought hard all night. Give credit to McCracken County that they have run into a really talented Henderson County Colonel Ball Club. Again, they have the recipe to really compete in the 6A playoffs. It's there for them. One of the best chances this Henderson County Rich football program has had in a long time and will have for a long time further. And so, question is, will they?
Yeah, it'll be great to see. One of the things is they've got weapons on both sides of the field. They're deep. We saw a sophomore running back come in here tonight and play. It's just as quick as Williams and Wright. So they've got the depth. This Thompson boy's not a bad quarterback for a backup. So, when you've got that kind of depth, you've got a good opportunity to make a deep run. Like you said, they're big up front on both sides of the ball, offensive and defensively. You got a Division I athlete in Clements playing for them. So, in the years I've been with you, 5 of the 10 years we played Henderson, I've not seen them have a better team than this right here. One of the things that we've got to keep in mind for next year, we'll see Henderson as we do each year, is a lot of these guys that you and I have talked about tonight are all seniors.
That's right.
And so, next year there's a little bit of depletion. It'll be opportunity for McCracken County maybe to pay them back for this a little bit of salt they've added to the wound here at the end of this game.
So the final seconds ticking off. The Colonels will have to snap it on 4th down, as there's about 7.5 seconds between game clock and play clock. And then both teams can shake hands in the middle of the field and wish each other well. And the turnover on downs for the Colonels. It will go back to McCracken County, and it will do it. So the Mustangs fall tonight, 43-7 to Henderson County. The Colonels move to 8-1 on the year. The Mustangs fall to 2-7 on the year. The Mustangs will conclude the regular season next Friday night at Christian County High School. That will be a 7 o'clock kick. As I was watching the handshake in the middle of the field. And that will be a 7 o'clock kick next Friday night. And so an interesting win tonight for Henderson County. They win it 43-7. Best of luck to the Colonels. They have what it takes if they want to make a run at the state title. It's there for them.
Yeah, they certainly do, Eric. They've got them a team. And like I said, they've got a lot of seniors on there, so they've got a lot of experience. When you got a lot of seniors in a high school like this is your opportunity. You're not going to get that same return of talent next year when you're losing this many seniors. So
goodness
for Henderson
gracious,
County, it's a great opportunity for them.
The one we mentioned earlier for Henderson County causing a little bit of firework on the near side. This is kind of what you fear when you have kind of you mentioned the salt in the wounds added towards the end of the game. You get the extracurriculars, and credit to the Mustangs. They have handled that well here tonight.
They have, Eric. McCracken County's done a great job. They haven't let any bit of temperament get into this ball game, and that's just